Day night, we were talking about the wedding because Phoebe's going to sing at my wedding. And then I was like, wow, Phoebe's going to get up and sing something. And then, like, Natalie Maines is going to sing something from the Dixie Chicks. And,
right. And then you're not going to do anything. You got to dance now.
Yeah, but
well, now I got to do something. I
but
mean,
you seem really into it. Like
I'm into it.
But you're into it, like, it doesn't seem...
I'm just nervous that, like, people... Like, all of a sudden, I feel this responsibility at my wedding that I have to entertain everyone.
Can I ask you one thing?
Yeah.
Can I ask you one thing?
And Pat Monahan's supposed to come from Train, and he's going to sing something.
Okay.
And then, like, Pat's wife's going to have a baby. And I'm like, oh, I hope she doesn't have the baby because Pat's
now
coming.
Now she can't have a baby because it would ruin your wedding?
I hate that she's pregnant. I was looking forward to seeing that broad not pregnant.
She can't even
I don't think you're seeing her. Yeah.
But
he was in such a rush to knock her up.
One thing about the toast, Howard, can I just say... Is it something where I shouldn't be at all blue, you think? Like,
no, have fun. Make people laugh.
So I'm saying, like, a curse here and there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
what am I, the president?
Who do you think you're performing for?
Yeah, no cursing at Howard Stern's wedding.
No. But, I mean, Howard's a classy guy. And it's a
believe me, I'm not that classy.
Don't do heroin in the middle of
Yeah, can you be straight for it?
Does Robin have to go there?
I had my bachelor party. You didn't even ask me about my bachelor party.
Well, I was going to bring that up because I thought...
Thursday night.
Artie had the funniest line of the bachelor party. So it was Thursday night. Dinner was we had dinner at Nobu at 7 o'clock. Richie Notar very generously offered, to have a bachelor party for
wonderful,
me.
wonderful place to have a meal.
And goodness wishes.
I did Richie take care of us because we all kicked in, and when Ross told me how much we all owed, I did Richie take care of us, man.
Right.
He really did.
How much were you supposed to pay on that thing? It was like he said like $100. I gave more than that.
What do you mean, for a tip?
No.
Everybody was supposed to kick in $100 for a tip.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, it was
because there was no way that was going to pay for.
Richie really took care of us.
Outrageous.
Well, anyway. Yeah, because I said to Richie, someone's going to tip the waiters, aren't they? He goes, don't worry, I'll take care of it. I go, well, I said, I'll take care of it. He goes, no, I'll ask the guys to chip in. I went,
That's what a bachelor party is, though.
yeah, but I didn't want you guys.
No, but that's what you do for a friend.
So anyway, I'm no friend. Anyway, I...
you do a lot for us.
You know
Thank you.
what? It's so sad what you do.
I know.
That's horrible. You should talk to your therapist about that. That was awful what you just did.
Artie goes...
I know. That was a little
that
mean.
was kicking all of them in the belly.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
Come on. I'll make a real doll out of him and fuck him. Hey, you know what? So Artie sits down. Artie sits down to eat. He looks at his watch and he goes, I know I'm at a Howard Stern bachelor party. It's 9 o'clock and we're already done. And everyone's going home. Because, I'm Mr. Early Bird. But actually, Artie showed up late to the bachelor party.
What happened?
Drama. It was called for 7 o'clock. He shows up at 9 o'clock. It's almost over, the bachelor party.
First of all, I would never be that late for anything. Ross, real quickly in the hallway Tuesday, said, okay, we're going to do something for Howard at Nobu. And I swear to God, this is why I wish my life was on tape. Because I don't forget shit like this.
Your life is on tape.
He said... It is, actually.
There probably is a tape.
Probably a tape of this.
He said 9 o'clock. I said, no problem, which makes sense. That's a time you'd have a party, right? 9 o'clock.
Artie, everybody knew 7 o'clock.
How come
I woke up at 7 o'clock. I set my alarm. I texted Ralph because I was supposed to drive Ralph, and he said, we're here. What are you doing? So I rushed there.
The joke we were saying is, what time does Howard usually leave a party?
It was a joke because Artie texts Ralph during the thing and goes, I'll pick you up around 8:45. And I go, and Ralph shows it to me. I go, what's with Artie? Like, do you think he's back? Then the whole subject was, do you think he's back on?
No, I set my...
It's a 7 o'clock party. He goes, I'll pick you up at 8:45.
I had a very responsible day. I had work to do after the show. I did it, and then I set my alarm. I took a nap.
Artie didn't drink.
Did Ross fess up to this that he had?
No, listen, Ross, it's a misunderstanding.
Artie didn't drink the whole bachelor party.
Well, he can't.
I felt bad for him. Then afterwards, there was a whole discussion whether to go to a strip club or not, and I wasn't going to the strip club. I told you that.
Right.
Which, by the way, is very difficult for me.
Really?
But,
it was hard for you to say that?
Yeah, I Jones at that kind of stuff.
Well, and it also was. It took an unbelievable amount of whatever to. Everyone was like, "Let's go," and Howard's like, "No, I'm leaving."
There was a tremendous amount of peer pressure.
A lot of pressure
to me. Everyone was like, "Come on, you'll come. You have one lap dance and you leave. Come one lap dance." I go, "Listen, guys." I said, "This was a great night. It was 10 o'clock. I was ready for bed." And
Artie saw you for an hour.
Yeah,
I was like 2 hours. I didn't leave. No, we left at midnight.
No, we
You
didn't.
stayed there a while. Yeah.
Artie, I was home at midnight in Connecticut. We
Did
left
you
there at
see
10
Beth?
o'clock.
Beth.
yeah. You see, so listen to this. So since I was having a bachelor party, Beth says, "Oh, I'm going to go out to this movie with 2 friends." I go, okay. So she walks in my room. She's almost naked, like a little tiny dress with little boots. And I go, where are you going? She goes, well, you're having a bachelor party. I'm going to the movies. I go, I'd rather be with you. So
Those
she
guys
goes,
don't look nearly as good as you.
and she goes, and there's an after party from the movie. And I go, oh, boy, a bunch of actors all looking at her in this little outfit.
Oh, she's going like a movie screening.
Movie
like
screening.
Yeah.
So I said, what song are they going to be playing there? Dick? So so she gets all dressed up and stuff. So I decide after dinner, I'm going home. I figure, well, I'll go be with her. She must be home by now. I get home about 10:30 from my bachelor party.
Really?
Yeah, and then I find out the next morning Beth was at the bachelor party. After the after party where there was no food, they decided to come to Nobu, where we were.
Oh.
She said, I don't want to interrupt his bachelor party, but then found out I had already left. So she said, oh, that'll be okay. So right? Did you see her?
No. I left right after you.
How did you not see her? She
we
was
all
there.
left right around the time you left, Howard. We all left.
I thought you were there till midnight or so.
I thought I was. I mean, I left when you. It was
That
at
was
least
like
it was
10:30.
11 o'clock.
He said he was in bed at 10:30.
I got back here at 11:45 because I watched the end of the Milwaukee
there's
game on the computer.
I was in bed by 10:30.
Yeah.
There's no.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We left at 10. And then Howard left, and then
Howard, man.
it was total confusion.
I ate and
There were a bunch of guys out on the street trying to figure. Well, once you left, nobody knew what to do. Should we go inside? Should we go
But I
outside?
always told the guys I was not into making a whole big night.
I
out of
think
it.
they thought that they could
Convince
sway you. Yeah, that they could convince you.
Yeah,
Well,
the plan was to get me there to the dinner, and then
we'll get you drunk, and then we'll take you to the club.
Well, I helped Howard out by being the other party pooper because I said, look, I can't go to the strip club
Right.
either.
Yeah, Artie's a whole changed man.
He can't. Well, he's on he's grounded or something.
Yeah.
He's like on adult grounding.
I go, Art, you going to the strip club? He goes, oh, I'm not allowed. I go, you're not allowed? He goes, no. He goes, that's one of the places where I'll go and drink.
Right. What's he going to do at the club?
What idiot would drink at a strip club? So I actually, he comes over. And
Ronnie's like the big dope.
He's the obnoxious.
Yeah.
He's wearing a skull shirt. A skull
shirt.
So then
Because he likes to show off all of his weird tattoos.
And because I was late,
Nobu has never seen such class.
No.
Because I was late, I was eating late. So I'm eating my dinner. He comes over and sits down next to me and gets me in a headlock while I'm eating. God, drink something, eat something, and
Oh, my God.
Drink something? What's the matter with you? Drink something?
Yes, you did. Yes, you
didn't drink anything.
You were spilling gin or whatever the fuck you had all over my
Yeah,
shirt.
Ronnie's like
God.
showing
Dude,
him his glass.
Oh, such a lie.
I saw you put the glass on the Artie's
and
nose.
you were the one who told me to take my shirt off.
Why do it?
I never told you to take your shirt off.
Oh, look at this.
Take your shirt off. What do I give a fuck if you take your shirt off?
You were the one who was telling me to show your friend the tattoos, the guy from the gym.
I did?
Yes, you did.
I never did that. Wow. I don't give a
Why
fuck.
would I take my shirt off if you didn't ask me to?
No, my friend goes, what's with fucking Ronnie's tattoos?
And I wasn't wearing a skull shirt, Artie. I was wearing a blue collared shirt.
That wasn't
you had a
skull.
T-shirt.
I had a T-shirt underneath.
Right.
And so when the guy he asked me to show the guy the tattoos, that's when I took my
wears a
shirt
skull
off.
shirt.
Why do I have to? Why am I the one who always get my ears
Ron,
busted?
because
Why?
listen, you probably don't remember
So then
this.
Ronnie
You
I
gets
do
up.
remember everything. I
had
wasn't
me in a
drunk.
fucking headlock.
Oh God! Come on, Artie. Give me a break.
Then
huh?
he gets up and he makes a speech.
What was the speech?
He
Oh,
goes, he goes like this. He wants to be funny like Artie is.
I
you know?
wasn't trying to be funny.
'Cause everyone said he-
dude, it was a bachelor party. We were goofing around.
So you know how everyone, gets up and says a few words, like Artie said a few words. This one. Ronnie wants to be like Artie. He wants
No,
to
I don't want to be like
Nobody asked,
Artie.
but
Stand up.
Ronnie decided he
Yeah.
had to
Oh,
speak.
okay.
Plus, he's in
right.
a classy. He's not used to a classy restaurant.
Right, exactly. I'm used to being in a fucking diner.
Yeah, so there's a lot of. Fucks.
true.
He curses now every other word. He
Right.
became like that's his thing
Right.
now.
He's
cursing.
Every
Mr.
other word.
Fuck.
Right.
So he's in
Fuck.
Nobu, which is a fancy restaurant. He's screaming at the top of his lungs.
What?
Richie leans over. He goes, "Oh, great!" It goes 10 tables out the door. He's screaming.
Oh, he's so full of shit.
So
Richie
then-
did say that.
This actually happened, Ron.
This
Yeah,
happened.
okay.
I'm not making this
All
up.
right, all
so
right,
Ronnie
it
gets
happened.
up and he goes, "Fuck, man." He goes, "Why you get
Fuck, man.
married, man?
Oh, that's what he kept saying. He
Why
goes, yeah,
things
what are you
have to
doing?"
change?" And I'm saying to myself, "Well, this
What are
guy's
you
not married.
talking
Why
about?
did
You're
things
not
change?"
married.
Yeah. How come you had to make that
You
change?
changed.
What? I was.
Give her
Forget
your
it,
speech.
forget it.
Tell
No.
her your speech.
No, I don't want to
You know
tell.
why
I'm
you
not.
don't want to?
You know
'Cause
what,
I'm
dude?
telling the truth.
You know what? Don't ever invite me to anything again.
I
ever.
didn't invite
Don't-
you.
Yeah, I know. And you
I
probably
didn't invite you to that. I didn't have anything to do with who was there.
Yeah.
You know what? I heard that like Ross didn't invite Jeff Schick. I was kind of expecting Jeff to be there, and because Jeff's like one of my guys.
Yeah.
And but I didn't know the guest list. It was a bachelor party. So I show up. I heard Jeff's all pissed off at Ross.
No, he's not pissed off.
He's
I think
offended.
he's hurt. I think he's hurt.
He should be.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Hey, tell Robin who else showed up at your party.
Who? Oh, Chris Rock was there. But he wasn't at our party. He was eating dinner there, and he came over and said hi. But then Ronnie goes, "Why you getting married? The fuck are you doing?"
I didn't say that like that.
Why
Come
not
on,
keep
don't
things the same?
exaggerate it, okay?
Keep things the same.
I said Beth is a great girl. You had everything you always said that. Why ruin it? I said, and I was saying basically the same thing. That's what I said.
Why ruin it? What do you give a fuck what I
He's
do?
decided to
Because
get
I want you to be
married,
happy.
I am. Don't you think I'm happy?
Yeah. Dude, forget it.
Forget
Like I said, don't
You made a
invite me.
speech, now
Don't
forget
invite
it.
me to anything.
I
You
didn't
don't invite me to
you.
anything.
I didn't
I'll
invite
stay
you.
home and look out the fucking window, okay?
Why don't you make a speech at the wedding?
Because
too? I'm
everything
sure
I
that'll
do
be
is
great.
wrong, okay?
Ron,
I'm having a good time. It was a bachelor party, okay?
I wouldn't have said
I was
anything.
having a good time.
I wouldn't have said anything, but
God forgive me for having a good time. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
please. God forgive him.
And
Yeah.
he's taking the drink.
And you
he's
never-
showing Artie the drink. You want him to start drinking? Don't you
Get
care?
the fuck out of here.
Responsible.
and my Brad.
Don't you care about his
Yeah,
sobriety?
I really, I made him, I said to him to drink.
Then they had these beautiful. Richie put out these beautiful microphones.
Oh,
That he
God.
rented.
That Ronnie broke one.
I didn't break.
He broke one. There was a
the
beautiful.
cake.
Listen, this gorgeous cake. One of those cakes that must have cost like $2,000 or something. Beautiful cake
With a microphone.
with a microphone on
Okay.
top. Ronnie grabs the microphone and just breaks it before anybody took a picture of the cake.
Oh,
They had to reconstruct the mic and take a picture of the cake with the fucking mic all fucked up.
Wow.
And then he hands me the mic. I'm like, I'm eating. I don't want the fucking microphone. I'm in a headlock.
I never
In a
got
headlock.
I never got a beautiful picture of the cake.
I didn't know anybody was taking pictures.
Yeah, that was the whole idea. The thing was like
somebody was
Picasso.
taking
I
pictures.
remember a cake like that.
I
Yeah,
wanted
okay.
to show Robin, but you
Right.
obviously don't
I
want her to
ruined
see
it.
anything.
Right, I didn't want to see it.
All you brought back
Right.
was Ronnie.
Right,
At every bachelor party, the guys always make sure they get a picture of the cake.
right.
I
Okay.
never been to a bachelor party that had a cake before that one.
Dude, did you try some of that cake?
It was great.
Oh my god, that was fantastic.
What kind of shirt are you wearing under this shirt? Do you wear your skull shirt under
No.
every
No, that was
collar shirt?
he had his
like
out.
my
His,
alter
he had his
ego.
bachelor. You know what it was? I think if we went to the strip club,
What does
was
that
his
mean?
he would
strip
have his
outfit.
T-shirt on, his
Why?
strip outfit,
His strip club
because he could show off your
Dude, I
tattoos.
had a collared shirt on,
Yeah,
and
but-
I wouldn't have taken my shirt off. You asked me to show the guy.
You
Call
love
the
your-
guy up.
You love your tattoos.
Whatever. I don't even know the guy's name.
I don't know who you're talking about.
The big,
I
tall
don't give a
trainer
fuck.
guy that works at
Greg?
your gym. No, the other guy.
Greg.
Greg.
They're both named Greg.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. And then you said
You
to
don't
me,
know the guy's name?
"No, I never met the guy before."
You're taking your shirt off for him?
No, he asked me to.
What are you doing? What I tell you to do?
It was your
You-
party.
He tells you to get him a nice car. You don't
Right.
listen. He tells you
Yeah.
to take
I
off
got
your
him a
shirt,
nice
you
car.
like-
Don't even start with that now.
Anyway.
Only
No, I mean it was just,
Well,
Yeah,
anyway,
Ronnie was in full Ronnie
I
mode.
I saw Beth. Okay.
Yeah.
What happened was,
Oh, good.
Some of the guys left. Yeah.
I'm glad you.
Yeah.
You're the one
Yeah, I
who-
attacked her. I attacked her when she got there.
told him not to marry you, and he
Yeah.
said, "You're right, Ronnie."
Right. So what happened was a bunch of us decided we were going to hang out downstairs at the bar in Noble.
Right.
So we were drinking downstairs.
Right.
And then all of a
Beth.
sudden we hear, "Hey, how you the guys doing, guys?" And she was upstairs.
Beth.
Beth.
Yeah, I know.
With two of her friends.
Right.
And that was it.
She was all decked out, right? Am I right? Yeah.
Nice bright red dress.
Yeah.
Oh, you really? I wish
Barely a dress.
A mini dress.
Mini dress.
Right.
Mini dress.
And I'm like,
And she was standing on the second level, so.
you could see right up there, right?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's like a glass
what,
floor.
color, what color panties was she
Oh,
wearing?
I don't know. I didn't look.
Yeah, you know.
I didn't look. I didn't look.
He
I
knows.
didn't,
He
I
knows.
didn't look.
He probably has that on his cell phone.
I didn't
taking a
look.
picture.
No picture of the cake.
He sold it to upskirts.com.
There's a
Yeah.
picture of
I
the-
got
Ooh,
it. That
pennies these
Nobu.
are.
It was a Thursday night. That Nobu is hopping, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's the bars got all hot chicks and.
Yeah, but meanwhile,
That's
Richie
the place to be.
put us in a little private room there. I said to him, open up let's see some hot chicks.
Well,
it's a bachelor party.
I think it was a
but-
good idea for the beginning of it.
Yeah, I think you would have been just as weird if we started at the beginning. You go, oh my god, everyone's staring at me,
Not me. I love it. I love when people
He
stare.
loves
at
to
me.
be stared at.
I love it.
and then people would have been coming up to the table. As it was, once we opened the curtain, people were trying to come in and say hello. And
So you're telling me Ronnie had too much to drink at your bachelor?
Yeah, he drank a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
You come on, you drank a lot.
I had 3 drinks.
Is that true? And you were acting that
I
hard?
had 3 drinks.
Somebody must
Maybe
have spiked
4.
his
You
drink.
didn't have 3.
No,
3
maybe
drinks?
4. Maybe 4. That was it.
And I've become like the dick. I've done a 180 going, Ronnie, you're still on that dead end street.
Yeah. Artie's like the voice of reason.
No, believe me, I'm not.
Artie's the designated driver.
When I'm sitting next to Ronnie, I'm the voice of reason.
But do you look and say, "Oh, I hope I don't act like that when I'm drunk"?
Well, too late to hope that. Right?
Ronnie's definitely a fish out of water when he goes to like a fancy
A
restaurant.
fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
Does he not know?
What
to
did I
put
do?
the-
But I like
He
that.
knows
in the
to
back
put the
room. What
napkin
do I
in
do?
his lap.
Fuck you, fuck this man. Fuck.
Gary, did you hear me cursing all night? All night?
No, the speech was. Here's
The
what,
speech,
here's what-
maybe. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
did
was
it like
the
that.
speech.
I did it
I'm
like that.
wait,
It feels like we're back
Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay.
Like, I go, look at the level of my friend.
It feels like we're back at Nobu.
Yeah.
That's not even an exaggeration.
Yeah, it's pretty dead on, Ronnie. Really.
Yeah, okay.
That
Thank
might be
you.
the best impression Artie's ever done.
that is-
Yeah, okay.
That's exactly what it was. It's
Okay.
yelling
Yeah,
and
good.
you yell.
Right.
You yell.
Sit down! It's fucking eating a whore. I mean, I like it because I look like the Prince of Wales.
No, you do. You're like class. You're like personified. You know who you're like? You're like a prince.
Like Mario Cuomo.
Yeah, right.
Always distinguishing yourself, aren't you?
He was alive for the
Always.
party.
I got nothing to say to you.
Always got
Well,
to
Ronnie
make
made it easier
an
for
appearance.
Ronnie made it easier for everyone who had to do a toast after him because you just had to open with, "Well, I can't be as bad as Ronnie."
Well, anyway, it was a very nice dinner.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I
Were
did
you
enjoy
glad
it.
you did it?
I did. I enjoyed it. It was a nice night.
Oh, there's nothing like the food at that place.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Oh, stop.
Thank you for your speech.
Throwing down
As
microphones.
happy as he was at Nobu, he's just as miserable now.
Artie's impression of that speech was identical to what it sounded
I
like.
heard Ronnie in Ronnie mode, and it sounds like that.
Sounds feasible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't remember what you said.
I know what I said.
What'd you say, dude? Come on. Hey, Will.
Don't bother me.
You gotta chill out, man.
Yeah, I got to chill out. Got to behave myself.
Getting too crazy at these parties.
Right. Exactly.
You're not a young guy anymore. You
Yeah,
gotta
some party.
mellow out.
Yeah, some party.
What, it wasn't a good bachelor party? Is that what you're trying to say?
Some party.
What are you trying to say?
I made a joke, and it's like you committed murder. You know?
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a great time. It was awesome.
What was your favorite
was
part
amazing.
What was your favorite part of the evening?
Going home.
So, Gary, how was Artie's impression of Ronnie at the bachelor party? Was that pretty accurate?
Dead on. It really was dead on. I mean, Ronnie's saying that he was yelling fuck a lot, fairly loudly. He probably didn't realize he was as loud as he was. And he totally did that whole rap about not marrying Beth. What are you doing? Why did things have to change? And listen, Ronnie thought he was being funny, and it was I don't know, it just sort of fell flat.
Like, what happens as he's giving the speech? Does everyone just, like, look at each other and
Yeah, we
cringe?
sort of look at it. That's just sort of, you know, listen, whenever you're in a situation like that, you're always happy when somebody besides you becomes the center of attention for Howard to talk about on Monday.
Hey, so Gary, what happened to the Mets? You know,
Oh, boy.
That whole thing was so orchestrated for disaster. I have to say, I'm not a big baseball fan.
You know
so-
how nice I've been this morning? Do you know how many times I've bit my tongue?
Right, you didn't say it right away.
Well, you know, Shea Stadium, this was really on a collision course. Shea Stadium, it was the last game, and the way the Mets were playing so erratically, think about it. Last game, everyone's emotional. They're bringing out all the famous Mets from past years because they're closing down Shea Stadium. It's the end. And the
And how
final game.
embarrassing for them.
And the last game, you knew it was coming down to the Mets were choking. And now all they had to do was win
Yeah.
one game.
Florida Marlins.
And what?
Florida Marlins,
Yeah.
who, by the way, did this to them on the
Last
same
year.
day last 2 years in a row. A team that had no shot at the playoffs,
No franchise.
paraded both at Shea Stadium, paraded around happily to keep the Mets out of the playoffs.
Florida Marlins, who have been in the major leagues for 12 years, have just as many championships as the Mets.
Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway,
See, this is all I hear when I hear the Mets lost
You know,
on the final day
Can we
of
pull a
Shea.
tape of last week? Oh,
I gotta say,
where are the Yanks watching the playoffs? Fuck you.
At the Mets.
same place the Mets are.
Yeah.
You prick. From a
what
golf course.
talk about a downer. Who do they have there at the final game?
Howard, the final game, they brought out every Met of any importance, even some who hadn't played for the Mets for long. You had your Willie Mays. You had your Yogi Berra. Your Tom Seaver.
All famous for being with other teams, by the way. Howard, by the way, Gary's doing this really crazy thing.
What?
Every time someone brings up the Mets to him, he brings up Paul Newman. Like people are busting his balls outside, so he's like going, how can we even talk about baseball today? The big story is Paul Newman. He's a great actor.
Artie, that so didn't happen.
No, that's what happened. No, because Scott said Ryan Howard, who's a Philly, and Gary went, all right, Paul Newman.
I just ignored him.
No, but you...
In other words, he said Ryan Howard. I'm like, I'm not going to fucking deal with him, so I was talking to John about Paul Newman.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, what has to do? I was ignoring him. That's the story. It's not that I'm bringing up Paul Newman. Artie,
how can we even talk about baseball?
I hope you choke on your own laughter.
How could we talk about baseball? That's secondary.
Except
Paul Newman is dead.
Artie, you know I didn't say that.
Yeah, I know, but that's your attitude.
No, you know I didn't say that at all. He said Ryan
You wouldn't even have mentioned Paul Newman today if the Mets won.
Of course I did. The fucking guy died.
Right, so.
I love Paul Newman.
And the Mets season died.
But you're trying to make a joke that doesn't exist.
Well, okay, you know what? You're right. That was in my, but Scott DePace thought the same thing.
Well, Scott DePace is stupid.
During my 1-month college career, I took up the ski shit in front of a crowd of total strangers while blowing Keith Hernandez and Darryl Strawberry.
Ooh.
I was a little drunk, so I Robin in a with hot dogs and butt plugs. And then Howard put me on his shoulders so I could spit out some heroin into his mouth, which wasn't easy under the circumstances.
You know what's great about that? The engineer who did that at the book place, at the audio book place, I walk out and he goes, I'm a big fan.
Robin, go ahead and wrap up. Please.
Yes, speaking
Robin,
of the Mets.
Yes.
Don't do this. Paul Newman died. How could you bring this up?
We already talked about him, so I have to talk about something else.
Don't be stupid, Robin.
There were a lot of long faces in Flushing, New York yesterday as the Mets played their final game ever at Shea Stadium and lost to the Florida Marlins 4-2.
You know what happened? The last World Series game ever, Met fans will appreciate this, though. The last World Series game ever at Shea Stadium, the Yankees beat them.
Oh, just sick. For the second straight year, the Mets were eliminated from postseason play on the final day.
And the shittiest
season.
team in baseball.
Imagine on the last day, the stadium, everyone's there. You think they would have come through.
And Gary's so right. What a dumb move. They scheduled the celebration after the game.
Yeah.
Play
That's some
3-6.
celebration.
3-6.
All right. Bad timing.
I've been a season ticket holder for 10 years. This is the biggest disgrace in New York sports history ever.
That's one of the fans.
That's a fan.
After the game, most fans stayed for a moving ceremony with great players like Mike Piazza, Tom Seaver, Dwight Gooden, Howard Johnson, and Mookie Wilson. The Mets
Think how many
played,
people would have stayed if they'd won.
Yeah, and had a party.
All right.
45 seasons at Shea Stadium and will play next season at the new Citi Field, which is located right next door.
They're going to start an entire new era of tragedy at a new field.
Yeah, Dan, you're on the air.
Hey, what's going on, Howard?
Hey.
I just wanted to ask Gary Dell'Abate there what he thinks of the Mets. 2 weeks ago, he was telling Artie that, the Mets are still going to be playing and the Yankees are done, and now we got the Phillies, took them all out. That's right. And Gary's sitting there like, hey, boss, I don't know what to do. Now
I think we should have covered that, douchebag. If you've been listening all morning, we covered it.
Not
I
really.
understand we covered it, but I called in 2.5 hours ago, and nobody picked me up, so now I got to get my frustration out.
Sir, anything on Paul Newman?
Yeah, The Hustler and The Color of Money were his two best movies.
Paul Newman said he was glad he was dying because he didn't have to watch the Mets lose.
Gary, will you finally now raise your kids to be Yankee fans? These poor kids, the last 3 years, like they've got this father hammering home this awful team into their head, and they just get set up for disappointment after disappointment. It's horrible.
He's got a point. Why not raise Jackson and Lucas?
I began to think that myself yesterday.
Why not raise Jackson and Lucas to be Yankee fans?
What if they were Padres fans? Then what would already
Then they'd be gay.
They're from New York.
I will tell you that Jackson was so upset yesterday. I mean, he was first of all, 2 nights before when they lost, he was like throwing things. Just getting into that period where he really lives and dies with the team.
Do you know what? You're training them to be losers. You're training them like they're going to be okay.
What do you think the Yankees are on course to have some great? You think they're going to have another run?
You think they're going
to have another run? The Yankees.
Listen to me. You think I'm joking around? What's the most important thing in a kid's life when he's Jackson's age?
So everybody in Pittsburgh is gay?
Answer the question.
No, listen.
The Pittsburgh Pirates fans, they're all gay?
Not gay.
Well, they live in Pittsburgh. You have two teams to choose from.
And so
his point is, why not go with the team that wins more?
Right. Because let me tell you something. If we were in a different era, the Yankees couldn't win a game between 1965 and 1977.
Right.
So then, at that point, the Mets would have won a World Series. Had been to another one, you go, gee, support the Mets.
Well,
the
that's
Yankees
why.
suck.
But that's
it's
why
very
you're
cyclical.
a Met fan. That's why you're a Met fan.
It's very cyclical.
That's why you're a Met fan. If you had trained them to be Yankee fans, they'd already have 4 championships in their lifetime of their favorite team.
Listen,
these poor kids.
I'm not a front runner.
Would you sit
if I
them
had
down?
season
Would
tickets,
you
I'd
ever
actually
sit
go
them
to the
down?
game.
Would you ever tell them that you're converting as
They
a
can do
fan?
whatever they want, but I'm not converting.
Well, no, but he's their dad. They want to look up to him. I mean, my father taught me to be a Yankee fan. It's like
It'll probably be strange for them the first 2 months, but by the next year they'll be ecstatic when they
when they win.
If Gary died tomorrow and left you his kids, Artie, would you convert them to Yankee fans?
Absolutely.
You would.
Absolutely.
That's a good one.
You wouldn't keep the Mets fans out of respect for their father.
I would tell them the only thing you should do that I do is root for the Yankees. Everything else you shouldn't do.
Right.
That's
Ralph,
the
go
one
ahead.
thing you got right.
You get that at all, Howard? I mean, like if Gary, like you're saying, if Gary was a Yankees fan, the kids would be Yankees fans. It's like
Well, of course.
They don't give a shit.
Well, no, but he listen. There's something when you have sons, you enjoy going to a game
They
together.
now care.
They bond over it.
But now they're all upset.
Ralph, you collect fucking action figures. You have a passion for something retarded.
Switch to the Yankees because they're young. They can switch.
You wouldn't know anything about any sort of sports loyalty. You
I know the
you
Mets
pick
are
your teams
horrible.
based on their colors.
The Mets are horrible.
Based on their uniforms.
You know what this is, Gary?
What else is there to be a fan of? What else?
But how gay? Say that again, Ralph. So everybody in the audience knows how gay you are.
Why are you a man?
But say it again so everyone knows how gay you are. You pick your teams based on their uniforms.
I'll tell you why he's a Mets fan. Ralph, I'll tell you why.
Yeah, why?
When you're a kid growing up on Long Island, Shea Stadium is close to you.
Right.
And if you have a father who's into sports and likes to watch baseball, say, son, let's go to the game together.
Yeah, but
And you
but his father didn't grow up watching the Mets.
No, my dad was
would take him to the Shea Stadium.
If you grow up on Staten Island, you're close to the city dump. You're not a fan of garbage.
Oh, stop. Just shut the fuck up.
No. So what happens is you become like my dad used to take me. I never went to Yankee Stadium. Shea Stadium was near me. So you would go and you'd see the Mets.
But I'm just wondering who
but
his
can't you just
dad
go to
was
a game
fan
and
of.
enjoy it, not be like neurotic?
No, but you become a. He's
you're-
a fan, and
you're-
the kids are a fan. They become
No,
fans.
but Howard, you say this all the time. Now listen, if your kids have a choice. In other words, if you could choose whether or not your son is gay or not, you would choose not gay just because he'd have an
It's easier for him.
It's easier in life. The
Right.
same exact thing. It's the same thing here. He's a Mets fan or a Yankees fan. You make him a Yankees fan because he has an easier life. He'd be happy.
Except for what about that period where the Yankees just sucked?
All right, I didn't want to get
That's
back
not
into this.
that's the '60s. That's the '60s.
Yes.
Who's worse about this, Artie or Ralph?
Well, Ralph isn't allowed to talk because he doesn't know anything about sports. He's not, he's soulless when it comes. He's like, I can't understand why anybody would be, it's like he's fucking soulless when it comes to that.
No one can stop.
Homosexuals should not be allowed to talk about sports.
Why is that?
Because they don't understand it. There's a gene. Well, not all gays. Just gays like Ralph. No, he doesn't understand sports. He really doesn't. He doesn't understand the intricacies of the game. He's soulless. He has no passion about anything except superheroes. Okay, so what do you think is dumber? Me being into a baseball team or him sitting around waiting for his Iron Man stand-up to show up?
Hi, this is heroin addict Artie Lange, and I want to talk to the parents out there. If you're raising kids in the tri-state area, please avoid raising them as Met fans. Kids have enough adversity in the schools nowadays, trying not to fall under the wicked arms and hands of drug dealers, and having a major disappointment in their life, like rooting for the Mets, when they're always on the losing side of any season, is just one more inferiority complex that these kids have to deal with, and it could lead to drugs, drinking, and a lot of other things. So please raise your kids as Yankee fans.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, this is John Hine, and on Monday's wrap-up show, all the talk had to be about the bombshell that Robin dropped, that not only was she broken up with Jim Florentine, but Jim was the one who did the breaking, and naturally we had plenty to talk about. Here it comes.
Robin said that not because of who Jim is as a person, but because of the show, she regrets that they dated.
Right. She did say that.
That's a big statement.
Well, again, I think she's feeling a little stung, too. I really do.
No, but she's not saying because of who Jim is. She's saying because of all the...
No, I got it.
Yeah, and actually, didn't she follow up on that, Benji, by saying if it was to come around again, she probably wouldn't have gone down that path?
Yeah, basically. Like, you mean
because
with
of the show,
Jim or with me or someone like that?
No,
or?
because
Okay.
of Jim, not because of you. I'm sorry, Benj.
No, I mean, you're saying she wouldn't date someone else from the show.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see.
So what's the? How do you deconstruct this? Who came out ahead? A year ago, where was Jim? And a year ago, where was Robin? Who's better off career-wise 1 year later?
I don't think this has changed Jim's career at all. I mean, I think people on the show don't... But how?
I think it has.
What, do you think he's playing bigger rooms
No,
because
but
he was with
he's
Robin?
appeared in other places where he may not have appeared
Like
before.
where?
Like in press opportunity, like those photos and stuff like that.
But what has that really done for him
Let's
in the
say
grand
we
scheme
were
of things?
the Howard Stern
So
show.
wait a second. You're telling me that you think that Jim has somehow upped his performance or is better known because he was on the red carpet at the Dog
It's a
Academy?
reason to have him on.
Yeah, I right. And
for us, yeah, for us, a little
I think
bit.
he was exposed to more people because of it. I mean, when you become mentioned every single day on the show, I know Jim was mentioned before, but every single day Fred's doing an impression of you, that's got to raise your, I don't know, Q ratings the right
I get that, but how do you think that translates for him? Like, I know the kind of work that Jim does. Do you think more people went to his shows? You think his show sold out quicker? Like, I know what you're saying. You're right. His visibility is higher.
Actually,
I don't know that it translates into
Actually,
anything.
Greg should answer that question because, you live on the road with the guy.
Yeah, I mean, being mentioned on the show, whether or not it's in a bad way or a good way, is just something that puts you get in a lot of people's heads. And the Stern fans, they listen to the show and they go to stand-up shows because of an association to this show. And he's a great stand-up also, but I mean, that is the extra impetus for people to buy a ticket and go see a show, is that this guy's like Here's the thing. Movies are like you watch people on a big screen, and then when you go see them, they're bigger than life. And then TV, you watch people and you kind of relate to them. When you hear someone on the radio or talked about on the radio, it's like they're your friend. And
Agreed.
there's this intimacy, and people want to go out and they want to shake hands with that person. They want to be close to them.
Bill in Tampa, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Bill.
My little spit on this, I haven't really heard anybody talk about it much in depth, but I really think that Jim was Robin's trophy boyfriend. I mean, really, in reverse. He's 15 years younger than her. He's a good-looking guy. And like, Howard mentioned one time when Robin was on The View, they never showed a picture of Mr. X. Was like, well, think about it. He was Mr. X. Nobody even knew anything about him. Now, Jim Florentine she was parading this guy all over town. And she was really showing him off. She lost the weight. Here's a 56-year-old woman with this 42-year-old guy. And I think probably he might have said, that's why maybe he got tired of being that. That's my spin on it. I don't know. What do you
That's
think?
the other half of my question then. I mean, a year later, this guy's saying Robin is better off than she was.
Yeah, first of all, we have to point out, because several people brought it up, Robin lost the weight long before she got involved with Jim. Or not long before.
But before.
But before. In other words, she didn't get involved with Jim and then lose weight.
But she kept it off, and that's rare when people do that.
Yeah, but...
Gary.
Fuck you skinny Irish fuck.
So you think he has a point saying that Jim was Robin's trophy pal? Or
I don't know that we know enough about their relationship to be able to make that leap. I mean, we don't know much about their relationship.
Certainly not a trophy. Maybe like a medal at the Special Olympics.
Yay! I'm a medal at the Special Olympics.
No, the truth is, I think it says a lot about both their characters that they got into this situation knowing what they were up against. They stayed in it, and that ultimately it ended in a way that, as far as what Robin said today, was classy and thought through.
This reminds me a lot of Dinah Shore and Burt Reynolds. Remember how Dinah's heart was broken?
Yeah.
Everybody know who Dinah Shore is?
Sure.
She
fucked everybody.
Let's go to Dan in Florida. Dan, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, Dan. What's on your mind?
Nothing. I don't listen to the show constantly, but I was listening last week. I noticed they played a song right before Robin's news with Jimmy in it, and everybody kind of missed it, but she said, like, Jimmy who, you know? And I kind of got this idea that something was up, like, last week, and I'm kind of not surprised to hear, but I was surprised that nobody else picked up on it.
Wow. Well, relationship expert Artie Lange now joining us.
Are you like do you crack codes for the FBI or something? Like, wow, that was amazing. I didn't hear that. So you think there's trouble in paradise a week ago because of a sarcastic Robin comment?
Well, earlier people were saying that Robin talked about, Howard not confiding in her when she needed to speak with him, and Fred sort of hitting a nerve, and something was clearly amiss. Did you see this coming at all? I mean, you're really close to Jim as well.
I mean, quite frankly, no. I've been sleeping through a lot of the show. I went to a doctor who taught me how to sleep with my eyes open. It's amazing. Plus sunglasses. So, and Jimmy, Jimmy is such a guy's guy. When Robin would come up, like over in Afghanistan or on the road, he always said nice things about her, like if a fan asked. But, I don't know. Like, we just, even when, like every once in a while, Dana would come on the road when he was dating his ex-girlfriend. Unless there was some major issue, Jimmy's not the kind of guy you just talk about broads with. So I didn't see any trouble in paradise at all. I don't know.
What did you think about when Robin revealed it? I mean, it sort of came out of nowhere.
I thought, look, at the time, I was looking at the sports section, and when she said it, I said, my God, the Charlotte... the female basketball team in Charlotte's getting 8 points at home, and that is ridiculous.
So it wasn't a John F. Kennedy, where were you when he was shot moment? You won't remember where you were?
No, I'll remember this. I was trying to do a stand-up bit about that. You've led a dull life when all those big moments, you've always been in the same place. Like, where were you when Kennedy got you? I was in my mother's basement.
OTB.
Elvis. When Elvis died, I was in my mother's basement. Belushi dying. Now, for that one, I was in the kitchen.
I remember that.
Anyway, honestly, I could care less about all this. I thought we were going to talk about the guy who was in jail for 28 years. I don't.
He's getting nothing today on the wrap-up show. I'll tell you right now.
I know.
All the calls are about Robin.
What's funny is John. It's so funny when John runs down what's on the wrap-up show, and then some major thing happens when he walks out. It's great.
I know. I was like, geez, I know we're going to be talking about for the next hour. But,
yeah.
I mean, you endured a breakup on the air. Gary spoke about dealing with it now. When did the gloves come off right away for Robin? Do you give it a little time because it's Jim?
Well, Robin's a broad, and you treat broads differently. They're not equal. They're different than us, and that's. I'm not saying they're worse or better. I'm saying they're. Well, that would mean they're equal. So that no, I'm just saying that they're different types of living beings. They're quite frankly, I don't know anything about them, and I'm.
This is coming from a guy who fucks 21-year-old girls that weigh about 103 pounds.
I know. Well, let me tell you something. I actually, Greg probably saw me at my finest hour. the chick Greg's referring to is without question my finest hour. No, but I listen. I not only do I think women are different, but I've said this. I think the blacks are a little different too. So Jimmy had a tough road to travel.
You think Howard's going to treat Robin differently than he treated you with your breakup?
Yes.
With Dana?
I mean, look, guys are right. I mean, I unlike Robin, I was honest, and I don't do a character. This is me.
What do you think she was being dishonest about?
Not dishonest. I think Howard hit it right on the head, and I think Howard is definitely a good judge of people and their behavior. And Robin, this over laughing is something Robin does to hide maybe something else. And of course, I mean, look, she sort of admitted that it's a little hurtful, but she's not wearing her emotions on her sleeve like I did. That's for sure.
No, I agree.
And you do treat women. You treat
a
women
lot
a little.
of stuff on your sleeve, though. There was like egg yolk, Coke,
mustard.
If I could get one thing out, Greg.
They call it 3.
Is there? Can I get one point out?
I just don't want this
sentimental.
To turn into the Ellen DeGeneres show in here.
Well, it won't. Except for we all love pussy. That's the only similar.
By the way, Chad the cop in Westchester, your theory's wrong, you fucking idiot.
What did he say?
He thinks that Robin has smelly private parts, and that's what broke it up.
Well, how do you know that's wrong? What do you ate her out last week?
Please, come on, that's our Robin.
I know, but what are you talking about? How do you know that? I don't think so either, but to say you know that for a fact is bullshit.
All right, Art, what's your one statement before we go to break?
Robin doesn't have a smelly pussy.
Yeah, I'd say I don't think she has one either, but I couldn't prove it in a court of law.
Approach the bench. Walk away from the bench.
Yeah, I'd like to say that I think, I was trying to make a sentimental point. Fitzsimmons' fat joke was inappropriate.
Yeah, sorry, the Adderall was kicking in. I was chomping
Adderall.
at the bit.
He's fell off every wagon. This
No,
fucking
that's
kid.
prescribed. That's prescribed.
Yeah, I know.
I have
Whatever,
ADHD,
prescribed.
I need it.
You'll be tying off.
That's a heroin round of applause.
Isn't it great when two smart comics are doing stuff that's over your guy's head?
And it's physical, so you can't get it.
I
on the
tuned you
radio.
out 40 seconds ago.
I know. These guys,
Okay, you can
John
make-
and Gary don't like when I stop by.
I do like when you stop by.
Yeah, whatever. We'll talk about that.
And with that, let's go to break. When we come back,
I gotta go. I mean, I know. I'm very upset about it.
This
All
is
right.
like a fucking tree fort that you go up to and then you get kicked out of, and you feel like, do they want me there?
What do I want to? I'm very upset
Yeah,
about
you guys
it.
are too smart for the tree fort.
Well, no. I was being ironic there. If you want to look that up on dictionary.fag.
Call Webster's.com.
All right. I'm going to leave, and you homos talk more about Robin and Jim's break.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, there were inaccuracies, baloney, nonsense being spouted, God forbid, on the wrap-up show. So I had to come in and set the record straight.
you know, as a news person, you tell both sides of the story, correct?
Absolutely.
So does Fred have a legitimate gripe saying you didn't talk to me about that before you came in and did the headline?
Why wouldn't you ask Fred first before you went in?
Normally we would.
Right.
There have been a couple of times when we've done the discovery process live on the air. As a matter of fact, I went to, because we were busy yesterday when Robin's news broke, I missed you. People know that I was looking for you yesterday morning after the show. I missed you.
Okay, fair
So today, obviously, it makes for great drama, but it also makes for very revealing reporting.
So you're saying
this is what we got.
So you're saying
we got your side of the story.
If you talk to Fred on, I'm not taking sides, but if you talk to Fred on the air about it, that means, do you feel like you'll get a more real or natural reaction?
No, you sometimes get more drama.
I see.
What were you going to ask, Fred?
It would have been actually nice if Steve, I understand you have problems, et cetera, et cetera. It would have been nice for you to come up to me beforehand and then say, did something happen in IKEA? And I would have actually told you exactly what that happened.
And I know you would.
And my story would not have changed one iota from what I told you in the hallway. What I think what I object to is there seems to be a very big slant. And look, I know that's juicier.
But
I know it's more fun.
No, that part's not true.
And I know it's to use your words.
There's no slant.
Dramatic.
No, dramatic, yes. Slant,
there
no.
You go. Drama.
I got your side of the story.
Yeah,
and I got your side of the story outside.
You didn't seem to be
listeners do not. Wait a minute.
You didn't seem to be interested.
You walked up. No, let listeners
I walked
know.
away
Fred,
to come to the wrap-up show.
Let listeners know what happened a few moments ago. I was outside the hall after the show.
Right.
I was there to interview you. You walked away from me.
I walked away from you because
I was trying to get your side of the story.
Okay, now here's my side of the story. I walked away from you because I had to drop a book off with Tim Sabian, and then I was coming over to the wrap-up show.
Right,
and
but I was there to get your side of the story.
Now, Steve.
Absolutely,
and,
but don't pretend that I wasn't trying to get your side of the story.
And don't pretend that I was running from you, because I wasn't.
You walked away.
That's now. If you were to take a vote, what is Steve trying to do in this room?
You claimed,
Steve. I'm asking other people in the room.
Did you walk away from me,
Steve?
Or not?
Quiet.
Yeah, but Steve, you are trying to make it imply that he.
You're trying to
if you walk
imply
away
that
from
I'm
the
running.
interview. Listen, we have the tape of you walking
that's
away.
not the truth.
Is it?
It
That
is
doesn't
the
mean
truth.
that he
That's
was,
your truth.
It's the listen to the tape.
That's your truth.
Listen to the tape that we will have on Howard 100 News.
Listen all you want,
Okay?
Steve. You're in the control of the tape. You can put it together any way you'd like.
On tape.
And that's
Raw
fine.
tape.
And that's fine, Steve. But right
The truth.
now, we're looking
But
at
listen,
what's really
also
true.
tell the story about how you and I had a discussion after that.
Yeah,
in the hall,
you mean
a
when
very
you acted,
nice one.
When you acted like a human being?
What? Because I ask you questions? You see, this is the classic Eric the Midget. It's the same response. Somebody gets trapped, and they start flailing away.
Yeah, but Steve, I'm not
oh
trapped.
boy,
Steve,
reporters ask me questions.
Here's
Oh
the
my
deal.
God, how
Steve,
could they do that?
Steve,
throw the newspapers
stop being
out.
so defensive.
Throw television news away. We can't have news.
Steve, you're taking yourself a little too seriously.
But it's the classic response. It
But,
always happens.
but Fred's saying that he gave you a side of the story, so there really
And you
is
weren't
no
interested,
classic-
but he walked away.
You just
But he's
goofy.
saying he had to do something else at that moment.
Right.
Listen to the tape.
So then you're saying I'm a liar.
I'm not saying you're a liar.
Well,
I'm saying
it's either I had something else to do or I ran away from you. Which
am I saying,
which
no,
is it?
I'm saying that you're not telling the whole story.
No, you're not telling the whole story, Steve.
I got it all on tape.
What did Fred leave out?
You're being ridiculous.
If he's
What
not
did
telling
I
the whole
leave
story,
out?
what did he leave out?
You didn't tell, just a moment ago, you didn't tell people that I was there to get your side of the
Steve, you're
story
just being-
again.
now you're just being goofy.
And you walked away.
So here's a question.
But Steve, why not get his side of the story before you come in and report it on the air?
Again, like I said, we tried to get his story yesterday. Logistically, it didn't.
No,
work
because
out.
you were scared. You could have reached him.
That's why.
You could have reached him, Steve.
You're
You
lying,
are not
and you're doing
admitting.
shtick.
You are
You're
not
doing
admitting.
shtick.
No, you are not
Stick-coma.
admitting. You did not.
Stick-coma.
Wait.
40 years
Did
old.
you try?
Baloney.
Did you try to
Lie.
reach him, Steve?
Lie.
Did you
Lie.
try to
Lie.
reach him?
Lie.
No,
Lie.
you
Lie.
are lying.
Lie.
You
Lie.
are
Lie.
lying. You're not. You
Stick-coma.
couldn't reach him,
I'm
Steve.
35 years old.
You
I've got
could've
other
reached
stuff
him,
I don't want to
Steve.
talk about. Lie. Lie. Lie.
You're leaving
Eric
out
the
the
Midget.
fact that there was 10
You are
times
the
to reach
size
him
of Eric the
yesterday.
Midget. In
I'd
terms
be
of height.
happy to be the size of Eric.
Steve, Benji's presenting the same
He's
argument
doing
that you're.
shtick.
No, but he's presenting in his own way the same argument that you're presenting to Fred about walking away.
Right.
You could say, "Well, you didn't work hard enough to get the story yesterday. Why didn't you find it out? Why
it
didn't
is
you
a
get his side of the
matter
story before
of
you went in
public
there?"
He
record.
was scared of the truth.
Oh my God.
But Steve, where's the public record? Which public
No,
record?
did people see me in the back there looking for?
Right, but why did
Fred?
you? So look, the question would be, I would say, is okay. It's 11:30. Fred's gone. You've got the story that's not running till the next morning.
Right.
Let's see if we can get a hold of Fred at home. Let's give him a call.
Or
we
what about
we would never
what
call
about the
Fred at
first
home.
3 hours of the
We
show?
don't.
But why?
We just don't. There are certain people we will not call at home. You are so helpful
No, I
all
got
the
you.
time, and we will sometimes call you. There are people like Robin and Fred and Howard. We will not call at home.
So why not when you got here this morning before you ran the story? What if you grab Fred during a break?
Anytime before
I think
your
that's what he
update.
would say. That's
Okay.
That's Fred's argument.
Okay, well, but at that point,
Because
we
he was
decided, for better or worse, me and the news director.
Okay.
We decided this is how we were going to do it, and we simply asked questions. If you go back and listen to the tape, we asked Fred, did this happen? Did this happen? Fred told us his side of the story. I told Fred what this person claimed to us.
So why aren't
That's
you,
journalism.
So why aren't you saying that this other person might be mistaken? We'll investigate it further.
Yeah, but who? I mean,
that's what a responsible person would do.
Okay, but
if you're looking
who's
for the
to
truth,
say
if
that
you're really
you
looking
are-
for the truth,
who's to say that you are telling the absolute truth?
and who's to say that other person is?
Well,
telling
there
the
we
truth,
go.
Steve.
We're both right. You got it.
No, I'm right, and you're just
You got
grasping
it.
at straws.
Steve,
Listen,
you're saying,
I know you
Steve,
know
you're
it's
saying there was
difficult to
plenty,
get busted, but
there's plenty of time to reach
Steve,
Fred
you
today.
didn't bust me. You asked me, and I told you it'd be one thing if I denied it, but I didn't deny it.
right. But your story is different from his, and we will tell both sides of the story.
But you only seem to be interested.
No. You
Yeah.
haven't heard the story yet. I haven't put it on the air.
Okay, fair enough.
We got a bunch of calls on this, not surprisingly. Tina in Brooklyn, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, I just wanted to say that I can understand why Fred, like Howard was trying to say, like how Fred was wrong, that Steve wasn't trying to push his point that what the other guy said. But I can understand why he would think he was, because it's like if you're trying to explain something to somebody and they keep saying, "But this is what they said."
Yeah, because they're not.
But that's not the way it
I
went
agree
down.
with the caller.
Fred-
Because
Fred
they're not
had his-
listening. They're not listening to you, and they're not reacting
No, I
in a
was
normal
listening
fashion.
intently.
That's what I'm saying.
And the
And
fact
it's
of the
very
matter is,
sexy, by
I
the
then
way.
quoted to you what this person was telling us. Now that's reporting.
And I told you what happened.
Absolutely. And
you know,
both sides,
and here's-
both sides will get in the story.
Hopefully, and let the audience decide.
I get mad at Steve because he reports things that he knows it's a fact. When it might point that way, there might be evidence. But
Oh, you mean like
long
not being
before-
40 years old?
No, I'm talking about like
on.
saying that Eric the Midget ate his booger.
Listen.
What?
Yeah,
your track record is the
Do you
same
know
as
for
Eric
sure
the
that
Midget's.
Eric the
Shtick
hey, Steve
and baloney.
Hey Steve, how long have you been married?
True.
How long have you been married?
What's that got to do?
I want you to answer that question. Because I know some things about this. How long have you been married?
What do you know?
Just
Please.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Tell
Answer.
us.
No. Why don't you
I
answer
want
to
to hear
everyone how long you've
everything
been
you
married?
have to say.
Why don't you answer
I'm
that
all
question?
ears.
Because you're scared. You're running
Yeah.
away from this. So answer the question. How long have you been married?
Oh, let me see. 8 years?
Interesting.
Boy, I tell you, Mr. Woodward, you're doing a hell of a job.
Interesting, Steve.
Back to the phones. Mark and
Oh,
Florida,
man,
you're
that
on the wrap-up
shtick was
show.
bombing
that was a pretty good face-off.
I agree.
Yeah.
Hi, Mark.
It was great.
Hey, what's going on? Steve, you're being a douchebag.
There you
you're
go.
pulling the
You know,
typical
reporters are
journalistic
douchebags,
nonsense.
okay? That's just the
Typical
way it is,
journalistic.
buddy.
Shut
We
up
ask
and let somebody else
questions,
talk.
and we get answers sometimes. Go ahead.
Now, here's what happens, right?
Well, you get
Okay,
answers from
you're
me
asking
all the time, Steve.
Did you
Yes,
walk
you do.
away? Yeah, I walked away to return a book. No. Did you walk away? Did you walk away?
Dude,
That's it,
listen to the
that's it.
tape.
Exactly.
Fred, you know.
Did you say? Did you not say 5
You
minutes
marched
ago that
away from me, Fred.
Did you say? See, here he
You
goes.
did.
Well, there you go again.
But see, Fred, I see.
No, but you did.
I'm reading. I know what Fred's saying. I'm reading between the lines. And while you're saying, Fred's saying he walked
Do
away.
we have it on Howard
but,
TV
But
tape?
what you're insinuating, I'm just saying. What I'm getting out of it is that Fred walked away in anger or because he was done with you.
He
not
was
because
frustrated.
But
Do
Fred
we
said-
have it on tape?
That's what I'm saying. That's
Do we
I'm
have it
reading
on
between the
Howard
lines.
TV videotape?
That's what you're insinuating. Fred said he
when
is.
Fred
Because,
marched away.
we'd reached.
Yes, we have it. We've just confirmed.
Steve,
Howard TV
fine.
has it on tape.
I know you have it on tape.
So there
but
we
it's,
go.
It's not me running away.
Listen, you were frustrated. You'd had enough.
No,
You
Steve.
didn't want to
Now
answer
you're
all the
putting-
questions.
Now you're putting words in my mouth that I never said.
Look, watch the tape.
Cass, Steve, a lot of people were saying that you often off the air will use derogatory terms for people of non-white races.
Baloney.
And so, have you ever used the N-word?
Never.
Never in your life.
Gotcha.
Have you ever referred to a black person as something other than a black person?
Wrong.
When describing their skin color?
Absolutely not.
Never.
So what do
Never
you got?
in your life. I
Tell
don't
us
know.
what you got.
There's
In
people
other
that
words,
said you
you're
did.
doing shtickoma
No.
again.
You don't recall? Wait.
Listen.
Hey,
No,
I'm
no.
reporting what people
You
said.
know you're not
Steve.
reporting
Steve,
anything. You're
wait,
full
Steve,
of baloney.
Yes or no? Did
You're
people
40
say
years
that?
old. You're
Steve,
hiding it.
Steve,
you lie constantly.
Steve, I don't lie
It's all a
constantly.
big
Fuck you,
game.
man.
So,
Did you-
dude,
Steve,
I deal in
Steve,
reality.
I'm reporting
okay?
what
you
people
do your
said.
shtick,
I'm reporting
and
what people said.
As long as
yes
people
or no?
understanding.
Answer yes or no?
Listen,
Did people
you're a
say that on the
clown.
air?
You're just
Did people
full of
other than
a
me say that on the air?
shtickoma.
Answer the question. Did people
I
other than
can't
me say that
even
on the
hear
air?
you.
Did people other than me say that on the air?
I
Yes
don't
or no?
even understand what you're
Did
doing.
people other than me say that on the air?
Go away.
Teddy.
Benji clearly has a source in Saskatchewan.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, Fred continued to defend himself against the evil Langford and his disreputable yellow journalism style. Check it out.
Shark in Boston. Shark, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, thanks for taking the call. Great show. I get tired of Fred every 10 years, and this is one of those times. He's like a sideways pussy. Everybody's afraid to go near him, but they're not really afraid of him.
Wait, what'd you call him? I didn't hear that. Sorry.
A sideways pussy. You don't really know.
Oh, a sideways pussy. Okay.
Kind of fucked up. You don't know what it is.
I don't think I'm familiar with that term.
He said everyone's afraid to go near it.
It's like a pussy with peyronie's.
Oh, okay. So people are. I still don't quite understand.
It's not that you wouldn't fuck with him. You just don't want to be near him. And he thinks everybody's afraid of him. And as soon as somebody brings something up with Fred's name in it,
I don't know if that's true.
he gets all irate and he's all pissed off and he wants to challenge everybody to a fight. And
That's
he's
not
just a
true either. You're saying is your not last name Langford?
Here we go.
I actually don't think that. I think that there's a thing about Fred, like you don't fuck with Fred, or
I think that's this.
And I don't think
perception.
Fred. And I don't think Fred particularly likes that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think. I don't think he likes.
really don't. And it's like there doesn't seem to be a whole lot I can do to change people's opinions. To make that go away.
Why do you guys?
I'm just being. You know what, dude? I'm sorry if you don't like me, and I'm just being me. And if you don't like me, that's fine.
Well, Shark, thanks for your call, and hopefully, it'll be another 10 years before you feel that way about
I hope
Fred.
so, too.
But Gary, why do people feel that way about Fred?
Well, Fred could answer it, and I think it would be one word: John. Stuttering John was the one.
John
sort
definitely
of
was.
perpetuated. Listen, I'm not going to say.
Which is really unfair.
I'm not going to say that listen. I didn't mess with Fred a lot on the air because we were pretty friendly, and I think that. I don't think I'm insulting Fred, but sometimes Fred takes it more to heart. Like Jackie and I could fuck with
You
each
know
other.
something? I freely admit that I'm a little bit of a poor sport.
Right. So I think Fred takes it more to heart. So it just you just don't want to go down that road much because it bothers him. But John is the one who started the myth, or John would say it's not a myth, that if you fuck with Fred, he will hunt you down and fuck you back in ways you can't even imagine. You know,
And-
John was sure that they was getting fucked through the email by things that Fred played in bumpers,
Right.
by the way Fred passed him in the hallway. John had theories on everything that Fred was doing. to
And
him.
John was just paranoid because I wish that someone would, if that's the case, how many people have I punched in all the years that I've been here? The answer to that would be 0. How many people has John punched? He's got one up on me.
Hey, when is the last time you punched someone?
I don't know, 15 years old?
Okay.
How about you, Benj?
No, not true. I probably punched my brother or something
About
like that, but
8 years
a stranger fight.
I actually was just looking at some old tape, and I was watching Benji almost got his ass kicked. It was so great. Benji loves to walk into the middle of cameras in New York City, and the weatherman, Bill Evans, put you in a headlock. It was pretty funny. He got really mad at you. And he sort of like went to grab your head, and you got out, and he pushed you away.
Now, Fred, when Langford was back in there today, clearly he was stirring it up, and you were poking at him as well.
Yeah.
But for you to side with Eric the Midget, you must be really pissed off. It seems like you're holding back that anger on Langford a little
You know
bit.
what? I'm not mad at Steve. I think I'm a little disappointed in Steve.
Why disappointed?
Because he, and he'll never admit it. I mean, I think he made a mistake by going ahead with the story and not, confirming it with me or asking me some questions about it. And look, that's his prerogative. But I think to go ahead and go on the air, and I'm being serious, one of those rare moments that I am, to go on the air and present half a story, but with a viewpoint of where he's already made up his mind. And it sounded that way to me. Again, maybe I'm overreacting, but to me, it sounded like he'd already made his decision, convicted me, and tried me, and said, okay, well, Fred was, stomping around the parking lot and doing this and doing that. And I just, I have a problem with people when they're not telling the truth. If something is truthful, fine. I'll suffer the consequences. Did I lose my temper with my horn that day? Yes, I did. But I neither threatened anybody nor went after anybody.
Now, Gary, when Fred gets tweaked, who enjoys it the most in there? Is it Howard? Is it Robin? Artie? You? Who do you think sort of gets off on when Fred gets upset?
I think it's Howard because he, Howard gets excited when anybody gets tweaked, and since Fred is so rare that it happens, I think he especially likes it. I don't think it's Howard.
It's a rare treat.
Yeah, but I don't think Howard particularly enjoys tweaking Fred, but he just likes it when anybody
it's nothing.
loses
I don't think
control.
it's anything personal.
Right.
I just think it's like.
Do you agree?
If there's anybody that said this statement more times, and I believe when he says conflict is music to my ears, it's a symphony. There's only one man who said that and believes it in his heart, and that's Howard.
You don't think Robin gets any pleasure when you get upset?
You'd have to ask Robin on that. I think Robin goes in and out. I'm not saying that she doesn't enjoy some of the tweaking, and she certainly has been a good spear poker along with Howard. But Howard has definitely, risen it to an art level. What can I say?
Tom in Delaware, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, how's it going today? Big fan. Hey, I think Steve Langford's really fucked up here by poking a sleeping bear. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Fred now to definitely find out why they call him Mud, and probably to get in touch with that girl that says he's got a huge cock. And I wouldn't, maybe Fred to go out and hire a private investigator to get some dirt on him. But,
That's good. I just always say, why do people think that huge cock story is like this embarrassing thing? Like you're going to hire an investigator to confirm that he has a huge penis.
I think what
That's
it
gonna
is.
be horrible.
I think what everybody's getting excited about with that is the fact that some girl called in and she wanted to come on the air one day, and Steve put the kibosh on it.
Oh,
am I
he
right or
did?
am I wrong? Am I speaking out of school?
You're one step removed. What happened was somebody who met the girl emailed me and said, "Hey, I met a girl that used to date Langford, says he has a huge penis, and Steve put the squash on it, but I don't have the girl's name or number." If I
Should
did,
have put it in the hands of another
I
Howard 100 news reporter.
If I
Maybe
did, I
it would've gotten
probably
on the
would have used it by now.
Rhino, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. I just wanted to let you, Fred, at first I thought you kind of overreacted, and then I listened to his news twist he put on it, and he really tried to make you look bad. He could have had a spin on it where, don't challenge a Stern off when he's not working, and he could have made you look good, but he tried to make you look bad.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think he did. I mean, I think Steve actually felt like he was doing a fair story, but quite honestly, I mean, it sounds like weird defending Steve, but it's almost consistent with the way he does his news. He has a tendency to be a little more sensationalistic. I'll give you for instance, and it's kind of a serious thing, but the Kenneth Keith Kallenbach thing. Yeah. I think they ruled that like an accidental death or something like that. But when Steve was doing the story, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't want to misspeak in any way, it made Steve was kind of implying, in my opinion, that the state of Pennsylvania killed Keith Kenneth Kallenbach.
Right, but
I don't know, if that was his intent. But as a person who's just listening, it sounds whoa.
Are you saying he's sensationalizing it a bit?
I felt like it was a little sensationalized. Yeah,
I know what Fred's saying, and I think that Steve would. I felt the same way as you, but Steve would probably come in here and tell you, listen, I'm just saying questions need to be asked. There's been mistakes made.
I agree.
And questions need to be raised.
Having nothing to do with like Steve Langford, I think that's just the way journalism is done these days. And that's why I'm not faulting Steve for that. I think there's a lot of lazy journalism going on out there. They'll do anything to sell a paper. They'll do anything to sell a TV show. There was a story, I don't know, one of those internet things or something like that, where it's like, is Sirius biting the dust? Or like Sirius is having serious problems, but with this merger, I'm going like, they haven't even merged yet, and people are already sounding taps over satellite radio, and that's not even true.
One other thing with the Kenneth Keith Kallenbach story, just from hearing Steve's reports, just because the state ruled it an accidental death doesn't mean that Steve doesn't believe that something wasn't done correctly.
Yeah, that I don't know.
I was hearing stuff in his reports, like dates were wrong of when they said things happened to him, and he may not have been brought to the right place right away, and he may have complained of some problems before. So, again, basing it only on Steve's reports on that,
right,
it sounded pretty credible that maybe there were some mistakes made.
And the argument's always going to be with sensational headlines is that's how you sell papers.
I know that, but does that make it true?
Not necessarily.
I thought of the exact same thing last night. Fred saying it wasn't just questions should be asked. It always had the appearance of this private prison system killed Kenneth Keith or was responsible for his death.
What's funny is and I think I almost have like a line in the sand, and maybe that's wrong because we should be for the First Amendment for everything, because you should be able to say whatever the hell you want, especially working on this show. But I think, like, for example, when the Inquirer does something, I'm more apt to believe them telling a story than, for example, TMZ. TMZ definitely, in my opinion, just 14 steps over the line when it comes to a news story. I mean, to the point of where they're basically calling somebody a whore and a slut. Jesus.
I just get so annoyed watching that fucking TV show and watching that blonde guy model, go, yeah, Michael Richards is coming out of the restaurant and he completely snubbed everybody. And it's like, and then you see him walk out and it's like he's just walking to his car. They're so... They make their opinions fact.
Well, is that sort of like Fred walking away yesterday during Langford's questioning?
I have someone here who can back me up. He's on the camera. I hope you can do this at the same time. Actually, he's not on camera. He's over here. I tried the wrong guy. No, I had the right guy. Thank God.
This is Chris from Howard TV.
This is Chris. Now, I have not paid you in any way. You're not. I'm not scaring you right now.
He's just a regular member of the audience.
I'm not holding a knife on you or anything like that. Okay, at the end of the conversation... Anybody else can ask the question if you want, but I'm going to ask it because I was there. At the end of that conversation, what do you think happened?
Well, from what I saw, he didn't have any more questions to ask you, and he was just staring at you like it was kind of dopey. And I think you just got fed up with it because you realized that he was kind of being shticky, I guess.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, well, I had enough of this. You're not going to say anything, and you just walked away. He didn't scare you away or anything.
Right. Okay. So I wasn't running away from the truth or anything like that.
No.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know. So you can file that in your memory banks. Not that it matters, because I don't necessarily want to mix it up with Steve anymore, because I think it makes me look like a child, and I don't like feeling like that.
What's up, guys? It's Teddy. On Thursday's wrap-up show, we discussed the many guests who visited the Stern Show. We had Pam Anderson, Luther Campbell, and the Hulk Hogan. So check it out.
Let's go to the phones. We'll start off with Rob in Rockland. Rob, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, do you think Howard kind of took it a little light on Hogan?
How so?
Well, it seems like his opinions about him before the interview are one way, but then maybe not to stir up the interview. He had some opinions about those taped phone calls in the past. He had some opinions about the sun hand lotion on Brooks' ass and all that stuff, but he kind of keeps that stuff low key, maybe to get information out of him. Do you notice that he kind of leaves his opinions out of the interview? Is that to get more information out of them?
I mean, I think I know what you're saying. And listen, you try to conduct an interview where you can get the most out of a person. If the first thing you bring up is a suntan lotion, and he says, "Yeah, I've been putting it on my daughter forever," and Howard goes, "You're gross and disgusting. I think you're a pig." Then interview shuts down. Then you're never going to be able to talk to more. So you have to. You're right. Howard has to act on some level impartial, so you can get you want a full interview. You don't want somebody to just shut down.
And you knew Hogan was going to be good today because right out of the box with Jesse Ventura, he immediately says, "Oh, did Jesse tell you about Plato's Retreat? And did Jesse tell you about this happening in San Francisco?" And it was like, bang! Those two just don't like each other. Use a horrible sports cliche. And if Howard ever did arbitrate a meeting between Jesse Ventura and Hulk Hogan, I mean, that could be like WrestleMania 35.
Yeah, I have a thing I keep in my computer for guest notes. So whenever I book a guest, a note will pop up to remind me of something. So I wanted to put in Hulk Hogan. So next time I book Hulk Hogan, it says, "Get Jesse Ventura on the phone." And I put in Jesse Ventura, and it will pop up, "Get Hulk Hogan on the phone."
Now, speaking of wrestlers on the phone, the Iron Sheik called in, and sure enough, Hulk Hogan showed people how you handle the Iron Sheik. And on Howard TV, I guess you'll see this. If you see the look on his face, it's just priceless.
You mean the look of, "Oh, that again?"
Yeah.
It's just like, "Oh, my God, the Iron Sheik," I guess the Iron Sheik is new to me. Again, not being a big wrestling fan, like I'm still enamored by him. I didn't realize that he's been doing this for 11,000 years.
Yes, he's been doing it for quite a while. And Hogan had a great line. He's like, "We wrestled one time," and then 200 times afterwards, and you're still upset about that. And in the end, he says, "Love you, Sheik." And Sheik's like, "I love you too."
So whose line is the jabroni line?
That is...
Because Hulk said he uses that too.
I think that's actually a wrestling term, like a general wrestling term.
And see, for me, I'm thinking that's the Iron Sheik's word. The way he uses it, it's almost like his tagline.
Well, any word the Iron Sheik uses is going to be funny. Let's go to Mike in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Mike, welcome to the Wrap-Up Show.
Yo, thanks a lot, guys. I think the Hulkster's about the closest thing Howard's going to get in the studio to Howard's actual honesty. I mean, most people go in there, even like Pam today, she didn't want to open up. And if Hulkster could have, man, he would have opened up completely, I think a show with him would be awesome, man, especially when he can really start talking.
Well, I think Hulk told us everything he could tell us legally. You know what I mean? I think like the lawyer, but the lawyer didn't really shut him down. It was weird.
There was just one thing.
It's one of the handful of times that we've ever had a lawyer on the phone. It was part of what we had to do to get him on. But I mean, listen.
Yeah, but can you just imagine the stories he's going to tell 6 months from now when this is all over?
Yeah, I can imagine him. But again, for somebody who wouldn't say anything, a couple of months ago, to come in and give this interview today, and it's an interesting thing too because Howard's never. He's never been into having wrestlers on the show over the years because you always have to talk to the character. And this really is the full circle. Howard's always said to me, if I could interview the person rather than the wrestler, that would be so cool. And today he was definitely talking to the person.
Let's shift gears. We talked about Hulk Hogan for a while. The next featured guest was Pamela Anderson. And Gary, how'd you think Pam looked today?
She looked okay. I mean, she's aging gracefully. Body smokes, man. She said she's wearing this outfit, that's a really hot outfit. And I get what the earlier caller said. Pam had a tough time following Hulk because Hulk was so forthcoming, and Pam is never forthcoming. But Howard needles her enough, and you get stuff out of there. But I was really surprised at how when Howard mentioned the Rick Solomon marriage, she's like, "We're not talking about that."
Yeah.
And then she did a little bit.
Yeah, that was a road she didn't want to go down. And Pam always plays that game where whenever I say anything here, it ends up in a divorce, a lawsuit, whatever else.
I wish Howard would have followed up on that. I'm curious to find out what she said here that has gotten her in trouble.
Any idea what she was referring to there, Benji?
About lawsuits?
Well,
no.
Just trouble she had after being on the show.
I don't know. One of the most deepest things she ever got into a couple years ago was when she was raped. She talked about that a couple years ago. So, I mean, I don't know that she got sued for that, but that might have been like interesting life type things. But she did say something really interesting today. I'm not sure if you picked up on it. Howard said to her, like, you get naked for Hugh Hefner. Why don't you get naked for me? And she goes, well, I have. And he goes, well, I mean on the air.
Right. I didn't catch that.
I didn't catch that either. Because she also said she was talking about she saw Hef with 7 other, right? That was right after that point, right?
Yeah, within that thing. So that could have meant nothing, or who knows,
The other thing was when I sort of chimed in when she said, about the Paris Hilton tape. They were both in on it. That's always been a strong accusation against Pam and Tommy, that even though they said the tape was stolen, that they were both part of leaking it and, made the money off it. So I thought it was weird that that's always been an accusation against her. And she brought up, do you think, had you ever heard the rumor that Paris Hilton was in
on that?
Yeah.
No, but I wouldn't be surprised. What do you think, Benji? You were almost her best friend.
Who knows? I mean, she agreed to it eventually. It's hard. How do you know? I mean,
but see, that's the out.
It's not shocking if she was. It's not shocking if she wasn't.
I worked with the company that used to get all the celebrity sex tapes, and that's sort of the rap is, they're suing, and then, well, it's out now, it's everywhere, so they might as well get on board to make the money, which is a great excuse if you let it out on purpose.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Desmond in Tennessee. Desmond, you're on the wrap-up show.
What's going on, fellas? How we doing today?
Good, Desmond. How you doing?
Love the show. Gary just touched on it a second ago. I was just curious if anybody thought that Pamela Anderson actually let it slip, if she knew some inside information about Paris Hilton helping put out or produce the sex tape that ran everywhere, because I heard him chime in on it.
Well, it's interesting because she was married to the guy that sold it, so if she knows more, I don't know what that comment meant, and when I asked her about it, she was vague.
How many times has she...
I was gritting my teeth when I heard it. I was glad I heard Gary's mic kick on, because I knew that's what he was fixing to say. Because I had never really heard that it was common knowledge that Paris was in on the sex tape selling.
How many times has she been married? Has Pamela Anderson been married?
Let's see. There's was there anybody before Tommy Lee?
Sure, there's half.
You know what? Hold on a second. That's why they give us computers. Keep talking for a minute, and I'll get.
But the Paris thing with Rick Solomon could have easily said to Pam, like, "Oh, Paris knew what was going on." You know what I mean? So even if he told her that, doesn't necessarily mean that Paris knew what was going on.
Paris knew she was being taped. That's obvious.
No, but knew that they were gonna that he was gonna sell it or whatever.
I'm gonna set the over under at 4.
Okay, I've got the answer. So set the over under at 4.
4. Benji, higher or lower?
Are you including each marriage to Tommy?
Oh, that's true. Let's say not as separate marriages. That is one marriage, I would say.
Okay, so let's see. There's Tommy, Kid Rock.
Right.
Were they ever married? Tommy, and there's got to be at least one or two before. So I'll say 4 also. That's not any different.
The answer is 3. She's had 3 husbands: Tommy Lee, Robert James Ritchie, a.k.a. Kid Rock, and Rick Solomon.
Now, speaking of celebrities, Hulk Hogan, Pam Anderson, but another guy who came in this morning early was Luther Campbell, Uncle Luke, and I think he's always a good guest because he gives it to you straight.
Right. Howard loves him because he just talks straight. Now, there was another guy that we never used to have on back in the day when they were popular, because Howard just wasn't a huge fan of the music and stuff. In fact, I didn't even realize when Uncle Luke was talking today, I didn't realize that that's his song. He says how he has to get drunk to make his music, and he goes, what's that song, Asses Up? Something Up, That's the Way We Like to Fuck. That's a song we play all the time. I didn't realize that was one of their songs. It'll come to me in a second, but I can understand why you might have to be drunk to perform that.
Face down, ass up, I think you're referring to.
Face down, ass up. That's the way we like to fuck.
Yeah, thank you for that note, JD. It seemed when he was talking to Howard was like, "Oh, you've been with 4 girls at the same time," and Luke was like, "Well, you've done that. Well, you've done that." Did Luke think that Howard's got this sexual experience that maybe Howard doesn't?
I think that people who don't listen to the show a lot and don't know the history of Howard probably see that the show is, in its day was known for rock stars, strippers, and porn stars, and figured Howard was banging them 10 at a time.
What do you think of that, Benji?
Yeah, that's pretty much the I wanted to go somewhere else if I can about Luke.
Oh, go ahead.
One of his best comments was when Howard was asking him about if you've ever been with a woman that smells. And he didn't just say yes. He named her like Frida from New Orleans.
I have names in my head. That's some shit you don't forget.
And another interesting issue I thought Luke brought up was when it was posed to him, what would he do if his son was gay? Would he go to the wedding? Would he give him away? And here's how Luke handled that. Number 3, Teddy.
If a son of yours wanted to marry a man, would you attend the wedding?
No.
You would not?
You would not?
No.
You would not go to a gay wedding?
I wouldn't go to my son's wedding. I'd go to somebody else's gay wedding.
Right.
You're not going to your son?
No, I wouldn't have went to his wedding. No.
You wouldn't give away your son?
I know, right?
You wouldn't walk him down the aisle?
Walk me down the aisle?
Hell no.
So if he said to you, Dad, look, it's really important to me if you'd accept my lifestyle and accept my new husband, I need you to come to the wedding. He would have sat him down and said, look, man, this is not my scene.
This is a job for your stepdad.
So for those of you who didn't think Artie was piping in, there's a prime example of him laughing along with the comment. And again, Luke being pretty blunt, saying, if my son's gay, I'm not walking him down the aisle.
Yeah, he's definitely not being. Listen, I'll deal with it, but I'm not going to, embrace it.
Tonight,
yes.
on Howard 101 tonight, Lisa will play this. This might be offensive to some people. You are playing something you call the Moolie match game. Now, Moolie.
Well, no, I do not call it that. What had happened was.
That's what it says here. Moolie match game.
Well, it's kind of our pen name.
Moolie
Actually,
is racist for African Americans.
Yes, I would not say it's racist. It's Italian for African Americans.
Okay.
Eggplant. Yes, eggplant, tutsun, charcoal briquette. It is basically.
What is Moolie match game?
Well, here's the deal. I figure there's room for one last black in Lisa Lampanelli's life. This is going to be my final. Before I jump ship onto the White Devil.
You told me you're only banging white guys now.
Well, no, I banged about a year ago. I was on almost to the day. Now that I think about it, I was on a year ago with the white guy that I was with. The pothead with no checking account?
Yeah.
God, did I have low self-esteem like that girl banging that from Home Depot? Oh, my God. I thought I hated myself. If I looked like that, I'd be Denzel Washington, you know what I mean?
But so now you've always admitted that you can't easily get white
a good-looking white guy.
Right.
Yes.
You can get really good-looking black guys.
Well, I hope.
Right.
I have.
You have.
I have in the past, and I hope to replicate that tonight on Moolie Matchmaker.
So tonight you'll be on the radio, and you're going to try and find yourself a date. So all black guys should.
They have already applied. I told Jim McClure, the producer, to overbook the blacks because there's nothing worse.
Oh, I see.
These blacks, as you know, are very unreliable, Robin, except for yourself.
The blacks will be in the studio with you.
Yes, they will. We have 3 of them. We overbooked. We booked 7 just in case.
A certain type.
I can get all types. All types. I would like one in a dashiki and pillbox hat. I think that's a nice look that the Africans have.
Only blacks, no other races that sort of qualify, like Indians or Hispanics?
No, if we were desperate enough, we'd have chosen maybe a Muslim or an Indian of some other smelly person. I am Lisa Lampanelli, the of comedy, comedy's lovable queen of media, my first ever special on Howard 101. Clap it up for me. I graduated from the channels, from the Raw Dogs and the Cypher Sounds and the Negro channels and the Out Q.
Like the Jeffersons, you are moving on.
I certainly am. Now, I'm about to go off to Fat Camp next Sunday after Carnegie Hall.
Very exciting.
So I said to myself, what should I do before I go to Fat Camp and lose all this weight enough to get the whites? Let's find me one last colored. Then by colored, I mean black. Now, how do you find a bunch of black people to date Lisa Lampanelli? Why? You go on Sirius Satellite Radio.
You send out the call.
You send out the call, you send out a MySpace bulletin, and you tell Jim McClure, find me some darkies. So, luckily, we have 4 or 5 desperate enough black men to date Lisa Lampanelli who have shown up in the studio today. Actually, I would like to tell you the genesis of this idea, Andy Page and, what do you call him, Mike? I did this show called Bubba the Love Sponge. Have you heard of him? Now, he is terrific, and he said, why don't we fix you up with a black? And I said, that's great. Show up in the studio in Tampa 3 weeks ago. No blacks to be found. Even 25 cents
in
left
Tampa?
early. I knew. Hello. So I said, let me take this idea and steal it. Mike Morris, since you are the most, unfunny person here, would you please, introduce our lovely contestants?
Before we start, let me say I am used to having the smallest penis in the room, but not by this wide of a margin. But let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up first, Bachelor number 1 is Todd, who's 27 years old. He's a comedian from the Bronx. Hello, Todd.
Todd, come on, clap it up. Come on, he showed
I'm from
up.
Brooklyn, guys. I'm from Brooklyn. Hence the sweatshirt.
Well, why'd you lie to him, you monkey?
I said
Imagine
Brooklyn.
a black who lies.
Brooklyn.
Go ahead.
Brooklyn.
Go ahead.
All right, I never trusted him anyway. Number 2 is Wayne. He's 35 years old. He's a legal analyst from the Bronx. Let's say hello to Wayne.
Now, Wayne, hello, Wayne. Now, what is a legal analyst? Mike, what do you think that means?
I think he sits in the court and listens to his lawyer a lot.
Just make shit up.
You make shit up all day. Well, that's black enough for me. Contestant number 3, Mike.
Contestant number 3 is named Mo. He's 43 years old. He's in media sales. He's from Hempstead, New York.
So media sales. What does that mean?
I saw bootleg DVDs.
You know what? He has a copy of my own DVD. The bootleg, it's stamped not for promotional use
3
only.
for 10, yeah, commission only, no doubt.
Oh my goodness! And Bachelor number 4.
Bachelor number 4 is named The Lava.
Ooh.
He's 36 years old. He's a paralegal from the Bronx.
Fabulous. Now, The Lava. Let me ask you something. Where did you get this nickname?
Well, the ladies call me Lava because I'm hot. It's one
okay.
Isn't lava a soap?
It is. It's a very rough
I'll
soap.
clean you, girl.
It's all about
Ellen. Andy is a racist.
Well, I'm a black man, so, you can't stay with
My
one.
clock
You know
does
what?
not
You're
need to be
absolutely
clean.
right about that. Now, speaking of which, I would have some questions, Mike Mort, for our contestants.
That's very nice.
And let's hope that they can meet these challenges.
This is exciting.
Now, keep score, you
all right.
people. See who we think is best for Lisa Lampanelli. Now, Bachelor number 2.
Yes, ma'am.
While we're making whoopee, will you A, drink me in like grape soda, B, nibble on me like a piece of fried chicken, or C, gobble me up like a slice of watermelon?
Gobble you up like a slice of watermelon.
Move your mic in front of you, black
Gobble you
bastard.
up, baby.
Okay.
Gobble me.
Well, okay. See, he said that with enough conviction that we forgive him for his bad alliteration and mic
Apologize.
manner.
Just bossy.
That's fabulous. Now, let's see. Bachelor number 1. When I reach into your pants, am I going to find A, Martin Luther King size, Malcolm extra large, or Little Richard?
Oh my God, Jesus!
Oh my God! It's multiple choice.
Yeah.
1, 2, or 3. A, B,
I feel like I just walked into a slave auction here. Jesus!
I wish those were the days, weren't they, Mike Morris?
Boy, let's see your teeth.
Okay, put number 1 folds under questioning. Yeah. Bachelor number 3. Which of these Caucasian abilities would you most like to have? The A, ability to swim, B, the ability to hold a steady job, or C, the ability to pronounce the word ask?
Well, I possess all 3.
Okay, say ask.
Ask.
Say it in a sentence.
Can I ask you a question?
Say it fast. Say it quick.
Can I ask you a question?
Can you what?
Can I ask you a question?
All right. He has a little bit of a list,
Teetering
but
on
you know
one,
what? Teetering on. Okay, we'll let you go with that one. Okay, Bachelor number 4, The Lava.
Keep it real, mama.
Keep it real. Get by that mic. I'll slap you in the head. Paralegal up your ass. Okay, on our first date, what kind of car are you going to steal to pick me up in?
You don't need to steal a car. The train is just $2.
Keep it real. Train's a black man's limo.
And shrimp is the black man's lobster.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's a bad answer only because Lisa Lampanelli does not jump turnstiles anymore.
Yes, I'm sorry. Those days are over.
Those
oh
breasts
my God.
he's can though.
What's that? Say it again?
Those breasts he's can though.
Aren't they fabulous?
Oh, yeah.
They're
Look at
good
us.
when they have a bra on. I must tell you
My God.
afterwards they're horrible. If they have no bra, I can take your eyes out. Todd, children, go.
Well, I deal with like white chicks because black chicks are too fertile, so
Yes.
I avoid that. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
If I banged her over there, for example, she's not gonna get pregnant. If she gets pregnant, she has money for an abortion. So
Oh my
good.
goodness! White women get abortions. Is that true,
Yay.
Mike Morse?
I hope so.
Okay.
Exactly. Oh, we all.
All right, so no children, no chillins, no kidlets, no little nigglets running around. How about you, Wayne, who is in the front-running position in this contest? Wayne, children, yes or no?
Yes.
How many?
1.
Okay.
How old?
Yes.
1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's rough, because there'd be maybe baby mama drawing black chick, white chick.
Black chick.
Black chick. Well, you did stick with your roots, which I like. Does it have a fucked up black name or a normal white name that makes it easier in life?
Actually,
let us judge it.
Biblical names.
Oh, a biblical.
Aaron.
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. That's not that bad. Could pass for a white kid on the registrar, which is very important. Okay, not bad, not bad. How do you spell Jeremiah? A fucked up way, like K-A-Y-J? Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, a black who can spell.
Wow.
Dreaded slow blow.
Finally.
Okay, now
Progress.
the gum chewing in last place, militant, creepy
I'm in
Mo.
last place?
Now, well, you're a little creepy. Okay, Mo. I'll be honest with you, Mo. God love you. Now, say into the mic, please. How many chillins? How many key you got? How many key you got? Key.
Well, being that I've never been on the Maury Povich show, I don't have any kids.
No kids, because in order to have children, you have to have appeared on the Maury Povich show. Mike Morse, have you been on the Maury Povich show?
No.
Okay, then you do not have kids.
I not that I admit.
That blows your theory, Mo. You're out. Lava, look at me. Don't disappoint me with that killer smile and those little chiclet teeth you've got going there. He's got a little bunch of chiclets in him.
He's your favorite.
He is my favorite. He's old, in a good way. In a good way. 43, right?
No, he's.
Oh, how old were you?
36.
Good enough. How about you, Chubbs?
36.
Chubbs.
35.
Oh, 35? Yeah. All right, dang, babe. Okay, and Key, you got Key.
Unfortunately, no. That's the one stereotype that I want and I can't.
Now, why do you think you can't get the blacks? With the kids.
I can get them, but I can't get them, and I use a condom impregnate.
Okay, well, you know what? I hope we get that opportunity to do something like that.
Now, are you asking? Because if you're asking, then we could just push all these people out the room right now and get it out over with.
Well, that being said, let's take a break. Let me take a call to see exactly who these people think is best for me so far. Manny in Hoboken, what do you think so far? Who do you like?
Lisa, I'm loving this. It's great. It's like I'm listening to a radio slave auction.
Oh, hey, now, that's not nice. Write it down. I can use that on stage. Go ahead.
I have a quick question for you, Lisa.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Does it cum taste better when a black guy eats KFC or Popeyes?
You know, I would say I do not swallow. In fact, I do absolutely nothing. I lay there, take it, and kick him out and make him squeeze it off in the SUV. So, that's just how I roll. Well, so far, let's go to our judges so far. Mike Morris, so far, who do you feel is the best for a date with Lisa Lampanelli?
I would have to go. You guys are all really doing a great job, I got to say. I'm going with the Lava because he's the lightest.
He's the lightest?
No, I'm kidding. No, but I like...
That was a caramel.
But no, I like Lava. He's got a little
edge to him.
A little smooth. Well, no, it's like a smooth edge.
Ah, yes, a smooth edge. He's boring.
Yes, that was good.
That's good. That's good. It's better than being ghetto.
He won't kill you and steal your credit card.
Yeah, well, I would love that. That's foreplay with you colors. Now, we would like to have, of course, the eating contest. Yes. Now, the situation here is that the black men usually are not known for eating the puss. So, we would like to ask you men to demonstrate your best eating ability. May I have the plate of mangoes, please? Because from what I read, the mango is the closest to a woman's vagina. Is that true, Andy Page?
That's my understanding.
Yes, we saw
it
this.
It simulates the tissue.
It simulates the tissue. I would personally like, oh my God, it's great because Mo must be in business because he actually took his gum out of his mouth and put it in his pocket to save for later.
Wayne still got the gum.
Okay, here we go.
That's because there's no taint to stick it on.
Now come near to the table. Of course, we need to film this for Howard TV, so please get close. Okay, Todd, you're first. Pretend this is pussy that actually smells good, because that's the only type you say.
Jesus.
That's right. Okay, let's watch him closely. Andy, please judge on technique.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All about it.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, the tongue is going back and forth, rapid. Ooh, what slurpy noises. Oh my God, he's using his teeth.
He's eating.
Andy Page, sure. I mean, what are you doing?
I like to bite clicks off.
Oh, my goodness.
No.
Now, when a guy attacks it like that, is he just on welfare and starving? I don't know what's going on, but I say give Todd a little round of applause for even participating.
Do you have any government cheese you can give him in that bag?
Wayne, of course, our lovely...
Okay.
Hopefully the road less traveled doesn't lead to your penis. Yeah. There we go. Wayne, give that your best pussy eating lick it. Okay. Well, there. Oh my goodness.
I'm liking this one. Don't forget, he already has a child.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's right. I think this might outweigh him having a kid. Okay.
Don't say outweigh.
He's kind of fat. I know. Can you hear me? Oh my God, he's laughing while eating the pussy. Which, for a comedian, that would be very important because I would be laughing at you and go, oh, well, my goodness, before me and Andy both come. Okay, all right, Wayne, okay, heel. Oh, very happy. Even the guys are clapping.
I got a little hard.
Well, slurp, motherfucking. Very nice. Well, here, let's just get rid of that. Okay. Put that in my purse. Oh, wait. As if it couldn't get any creepier, Mo is going to now attempt the puss.
We know you don't like it.
And we know you hate it, but try anyway. Mo, please, and scene. Oh, look at what is he examining it? Dude, they're both identical. Okay, look at him. He took the big piece.
Do you want us to duct tape the mouth above a pie to make you feel at home?
Oh, wow.
Salty.
It's salty.
I pissed on it.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Tasting vinegar.
Where the hell has he been? Fish and chips? Are we eating at Arts and Treachers? Oh my goodness. Okay.
It's deep throat.
It's not that bad. It's just the narrative was kind of off-putting, but.
Not my cup of tea.
Okay, but that's okay. Here, take that. That was kind of creepy.
That was scary.
Okay, now Lava, you have since been chosen by Andy. Who said he's the front runner? Mike Morris liked you best, so you are about to win a date with Mike Morris. Now,
my second black man.
So you still have good credit. Okay, Lava, you're up, bitch.
Wow.
Make it happen. Make the magic start. Lava, go.
All right, I'm gonna combine Ellen DeGeneres style and Rosie O'Donnell style.
You know what? Do model yourself after.
What are you going to be unfunny?
Oh, hell no. Oh.
Just attack the click. Forget everything else.
Okay.
And then there's a secret.
Okay. Yeah, we're looking.
Hunts Point in the house.
Hunts Point knows how to eat. Hunts Point know how to eat some He was. Yes, he is. Would you like some Cool 45 to wash that? Well, you know, this is a very tough decision, Mike Morris. I must ask the panel. Now, I personally know who I'm leaning towards. He's been a gentleman. He went very well, which very lovely visual in my head at this point. Mike Morris, who do you think so far is good for Lisa and why?
I started with the Lava. I'm kind of Wayne is kind of a tie with Wayne and Lava. I got to say.
And Lava. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what, Andy Page, what do you think?
Well, I was loving Wayne until he said he had a 1-year-old. Then I'm sorry, but I know. I'm very happy for you. I hope you enjoy your kid, but you won't enjoy Lisa.
Like he's ever seen.
I am now completely, especially after the demonstration, I'm now completely in the lava camp. I'm in the lava camp.
You know what? I personally am torn because, actually I do know Todd previously. We have met comedically, so that would be very uncomfortable.
And he looks so young.
And he's a very funny guy.
It'd be like you're doing a big sister thing.
Yes.
Teach me the ropes.
Yes. Okay. But Todd, a very funny guy. Go see him, Todd Montesi, myspace.com/Todd. Chubby Black, you're in the running. I gotta say, the little kid thing. But it's only one date, Andy. It's only one date.
That's a very good point.
It's a good. You're risking a bucket of chicken and a Kool-Aid. That's all we're really putting on the line, and a plastic tablecloth. Okay, Mo, you're just creepy, and you know it. Nobody likes you. And no offense, it's just racism on my part. But you've been really cool. You provide a lot of the laughs for this show, which I really enjoy. Now, do we have some sort of a drum roll? Apparently all the good sound effects are on the Jackie the Joke Man, the Jackie's Joke Hunt. And Lava, you are quite good too with your dreamy little eyes and that sad little face you're giving me. Isn't he giving me that sad look? He's kind of working me.
He's pursing
Okay, you know
his
what? I think it's a tie. I think I would like a nice double fantasy date with Lava and Big Wayne. And we are going to make ourselves an Oreo cookie double stuff, and I think that would work. I would like to thank all our lovely blacks for jumping on the subway and making it here. I feel that you really did us justice. Wayne and the Lava. May I call you the Wayne?
Yes.
Please stick around for after the show. We'll have our little tete-a-tete, our little menage a trois.
Lisa, how did your first radio show go?
Well, I loved it. I had so much fun. It totally went by so fast. But then again, I had a big box of chocolates to choose from. So, you know what? How can't the time just fly? You know what I'm saying? I knew these guys were on a time limit. They had to get back by 11 before the ankle bracelet goes off.
Now, you threw us a curveball and you picked two guys.
You know what? A got, to make a choice. And what had happened was... Don't laugh at how I feel like a...
Sorry.
What had happened was you got the Chubby Black Because the chubby black tries hard. You know, a chubby guy like the chubby girl tries harder in and out of the bedroom. Am I right, chubby black?
Yes, ma'am.
It's true. Yes, ma'am. See, and I like that too. That's some slave ownership shit. It sounds beautiful to my ears. Oh, those were the days. Anyway, you, other black, he was a smooth one. He has a nice little outfit from Sears Big Boy Collection. I say, you know what? The lava. And he has a name with the in front of it. You got to pick two guys. You got to get Well, this is something really special. I feel like Thanksgiving, when the Pilgrims broke bread with the Indians. And of course, I mean casino Indians, not Slurpee Indians. That's a whole different smell. We're here after my Lisa Lampanelli first special on Howard 101 on my date with my two Moolies. Do you mind being called Moolies?
Not at all.
Do you know what that means, the lava?
That means black in Italian.
Very nicely done, Mulyan, which is also means eggplant.
Eggplant.
Very racist terminology. But no,
Titsoon.
Titsoon, charcoal briquettes.
Hey.
And this is, of course, I've read your name, Wayne.
Yeah.
See, I got it. And I, of course, brought my chaperone, Mike Morse, because he is white and therefore honest, to keep these guys in
I'm sure
line.
they fear me.
And they sort of, your Jim Florentine style AC/DC t-shirt. Very nice. In the gut, Mike.
Nice.
You're getting old. Now, since we're all getting to know each other, Wayne, what is with blacks and watermelon? Go.
It's juicy.
It's juicy, not unlike
Very refreshing.
Very refreshing.
But you know, I think we grew it.
You did?
South, so that's like a lot of what that comes from.
Now, why wouldn't you then also eat cotton?
Because it's not edible.
Interesting, Wayne. Lava, do you agree?
Yes, but I also think that they use watermelon as fashion statements as well. Because you look at the southern women and their hairstyles, it looked like a watermelon to me. Like all those crazy stuff.
You are very astute, yet a little, but you're cute, and that's okay. Because sometimes cute outweighs Mike Morse. True in your case?
It's worked for me.
It certainly has. Well, you guys are as black as could be. If you didn't have jobs, that's the only way you could be blacker.
Wow.
Now, did you really have those jobs, or were you lying?
Work straight out of work from jail. It was jail.
You know what I like? That you are blacks with a sense of humor, which is very rare in this world. Sometimes they get hilarious. The comic view, so funny. White people, you can't dance. You know, original stuff.
Throw the shirt on the way here.
Yes. Now let me say about the shirts. They're identical but different colors and sizes. Was this planned? Did you call each other on the way here? Did you notice this shit? I gotta look at this shit. Excuse me, chubby black, with your package of hot dogs in your neck. That shit says wrinkle free, so when you don't have to send it to the chink dry.
Wish your neck said
that. Like a racist comment, but funny enough. Dude, they ain't even labeling this shit. What the f are you wearing, Negro? I can't even see. Oh, it got a dry cleaning slip on it, which is very impressive because you went to the dry cleaner. Perry Ellis, very nice. Lava, how do you feel about this trend of the blacks naming their kids after automobiles like Lexus, Mercedes, repossessed? How do you feel about that? Pre-owned? Anything? No, nothing. Mike Morris? Well, those names, Cadillac. Crazy, right? Cadillac. You know what I found hilarious? I had a very racist friend who told me this. I'm not racist, but I had a very... What is Pontiac? I love this one, Mike. It's a chestnut, but a good one. What does Pontiac mean? What does it stand for? Poor old nigger thinks it's a Cadillac. Hilarious! Oh, snap! Oh, snap! Now, could one of you guys, just for the cameras, do a "Oh no, she did"?
Oh no, she did.
Oh, a very different inflection. Now, with you, the no was a little more pronounced. Okay, please, once again.
Oh no, she didn't.
Oh, the didn't was the big thing. Didn't. And then yourself?
Oh no, she didn't.
Wayne, do you have hair underneath that hat?
Yes, I do.
And your little
Not
fat
very
outfit.
much,
It's very cute.
You know.
And please put it back on because you're horrible. Now, I'm hungry. Personally, I would like to chow down and see how it goes from there. Mike Morris, would you join us for some chicken?
I would love to. Now, I know you're very trustworthy. You have knives on it.
No. This would be trustworthy if it was a date with a Hispanic.
Oh.
As you notice, there are no handguns here. All right, so just remember that. Hey, color guy. You know how a lot of these blacks are on the down low and get their right guys, but don't tell anybody. I know you haven't. But have you seen this alarming trend?
I mean, it's not a trend. You know, it's like it happens. You know what I'm saying? It just.
How much for you to get your by a man? How much? I mean, we're not going to do it here. We don't have the budget. I mean, if it's over $20, we can't do it. No, but so even if I said, dude, $1 million and we'll tell nobody.
Nah,
$1 million.
I'm not gonna on somebody's taint or put their
No.
bowl in my mouth.
You don't have to do the second.
But thanks for offering.
If you,
I mean, you know what? Bottom line, if you do that homo act, it's a and that makes you a homosexual. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's done to you or
Gonna make you a rich homosexual.
but a really rich.
That's $1 million that you can't live with. Come on.
Really? That is so interesting because I would snap for $1 million. I did snap for about about $1 million. I think about that. Like if they said, Lisa, you can have a deal with HBO, but you have to whatever's con.
Right.
I'd be like, okay. I don't see what's wrong with the Casting Couch. Mike Morris, do you?
Not at all. I think I would for $1 million.
Well, no praise, huh? All right. Whatever, dude.
So you said that you have no problem with lubrication.
What the heck? How did that come from? And they're still filming, you darky. I don't even know what that means. Any problem?
You said that on the radio this morning.
Oh, you mean that I'm...
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm 46, so I'm not all dried out yet. It's going to be a couple more years, though. Because when menopause hits, I think you dry up down there like... So I might as well, get my groove on while I can. Well, did you guys eat enough? Yeah. You had enough? You ain't going to say the bitch didn't even give me no chicken? You want to have a watermelon eating contest? Well, you guys have been great. Oh, Mike Morris, get these guys' numbers.
I will.
We'll have a little private date with these individuals, probably.
If you guys party, just call me up. I know you're going to be in the Carnegie Hall, so I know there's going to be an after party.
Blacks always love the after party.
Let the light up.
It's all about.
An after party for white people is going home into a really nice hotel room and going to sleep. Blacks love going to a club where they got the flyers stuck in the window and the invitation. The hotel and the party in the hotel lobby as the R. Kelly. I know the colored people.
This is the
Yes, son. Well, thank you, coloreds.
Hey,
thank you, Mike Morris.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you for knowing. I have love for all your people, every one of you.
I'm gonna tell Al Sharpton tonight.
You tell that guy. I love him and I enjoy his wig very much.
Can I say something? I want to say this. Obama!
Yes. Obama. National bird will be not the eagle, but the chicken in 24 hours. I guarantee it. Now wave goodbye. Bye, Howard. We love you. Bye, black people.
Bye, Robin. Bye, Howard.
I have got to say, for a couple of blacks, they were really honest and upstanding and nice. It was really fun.
Now, what did you expect initially from these guys?
You know what? When I saw them in there, they had a good vibe. That's what I go with, heart, vibe. I wouldn't have picked this one, Wayne, so much because he does have a kid, and I'm not at all into kids. I fucking hate kids. I like black kids, though, better than white. So we did kind of out-league any white guy with kids. But you know what? That would have been trouble. But I say, you know what? The two of them together kind of equal one good white guy.
Hey, the date was pretty cool. Got a little chicken, some Colt 45, some mashed potatoes, and all that good stuff. So, she fed her brother, so I'm straight.
Now, do you think any of that was offensive, having the fried chicken and watermelon and beer? And
well, it's typical black shit, It's fucking, it wouldn't be funny if you didn't have the chicken. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just like you didn't have the collard greens and the turnips and all that shit, but it's all good.
I
forgive her.
I forget her, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't authentic.
So what do you guys think of Lisa? Is she an honorary black woman?
110%.
Yeah.
Now, how does she rate compared to the black women you guys know?
She's on par. She knows about the culture. She knows about this. She knows about that, and she's not offensive. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
She don't just call you a nigga because you're black.
You know
No, she's funny.
She says funny. It and means it.
Yeah.
Now, if a black woman saw you with her, would they get mad or would they understand?
I think they would want to join in. I'm that hot that they might want to get that. I don't know if Lisa will allow it, but
Nah, they'd be
We gotta
pissed
try
off.
it.
They saw me with her, they'd be upset.
They would be upset?
Yeah.
Even though she's honorary?
Yeah, they'd be like, fuck that white chick, man. You know what I'm saying? Get with the real shit. It's all good, though.
All right, guys. You had a good time?
Yeah.
Great time. It's awesome.
All right. Thanks for coming.
Take care. TV and talked to Howard. It was the first time I actually used bad language on Sirius.
Because you guys are old friends. You've been doing the show for a long time now.
A long time, but he doesn't have to keep his finger on the red button anymore.
So this could be a better interview.
I hope so. Watch it. Oh, there you mother. I hope so.
All right. Well, good luck today and have fun in there.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, Leslie West is here. I love this guy. Leslie put out a new Mountain album. I told him to come in and promote the damn thing.
I saw Leslie at the Beacon this past
With the Allman
Brothers run. They did Crossroads.
There he is. There's Leslie.
And beat it.
Still looks good.
Leslie, looking better.
I always thought Leslie would be dead by now, but
Right,
he's
he
still
looks
running.
better.
He's still strong and alive and healthy. You look good.
Believe it or not, Leslie's my inspiration.
I exactly know why you took heroin.
How long were you on heroin, Leslie?
Long time.
How many years?
6 years.
6 years.
6 years. Artie can't say that.
Well,
no, I'm a pussy.
You see, let me explain the points of taking heroin on you.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you have the sweets afterwards,
right,
brings your head down.
Yeah, no.
And then you do that?
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm sure Artie knows everything.
No, I went through all that. But how long, in other words, how long were you for 6 solid years living from like fix to fix type of thing? Or did you get clean at all for like a brief time in those 6 years? So, wow, so you strung together 6 years of staying on heroin.
It's tough to do, isn't it?
Did you go through all your money at the time? I mean, the habit does get expensive.
The smart thing I did was all my royalty checks I had sent to my grandfather. Because I was smart enough.
Good idea.
So how much a day did you spend on heroin?
I don't know.
Would you say $500 a day?
Probably.
Wow.
And I was snorting it for most of the time.
Did you go to the
You
needle?
did go to the needle.
Yeah, somebody gave me a brilliant idea once. Well, you know, if you skin pop it, you can use less.
Oh.
You know,
for a day.
I heard that too. See, that's what Keith Richards said. Keith Richards said he would only mostly skin pop before he would mainline it. And then,
now, what's the difference between skin popping and mainlining?
Somebody explained, when I went to the rehab hospital and University of Pennsylvania, we're sitting in one of those group meetings, and this guy is talking. He says, well, to describe snorting, though, is sort of like taking roller skates. And skin popping is sort of like driving a car. But shooting, it's like taking a motherfucking 747.
well,
right away.
No, but what
mainline is you find, you know, when you tie yourself off and you find that vein. You know what I mean? You find that act,
right,
and you put it right into the fucking vein. That's mainline.
I never did that.
Skin pop is you just find some fatty skin.
Stick it in your ass anywhere.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. Was skin popping better than snorting?
Yeah. You
well,
get
for
it faster.
for a couple of days.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, you know. But
Howard, I came so close to picking up a needle just to see, because I got to the point where I couldn't get high quick enough.
Right.
And I was frustrated, and I was spending more and more money.
You mean because it took time for the drug to work its way through your nose?
You want get into your system.
The euphoria of the first time snorting it was amazing, and I was trying to match that.
I feel like I'm in a fucking methadone.
No, and somebody told me if you want to match that, unfortunately, you might have to go to a needle. And I'm like, I don't want to tie myself off. And he goes, no, just skin pop it. Just like put it in your ass or on a fatty part.
Who tells you this? Your dealer or?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine
guy helping you out.
He's trying to get you more addicted, isn't he?
It was him.
Yeah.
Well, did your connection make you wait a couple hours and he really had it?
He knew how to do that. Yeah, they have all these
they can control
well,
you.
they just sit there. I'm waiting for the man to come. I mean, he's not here yet, and he's sitting there 2 hours. Well, I'll pay anything. Where the fuck is he?
It's funny though. You'd have 2 hours to wait for your drug dealer, but you can't go for an hour to Dr.
Yeah,
Abloh.
you could see Keith Abloh in that time.
And it's 2 hours of torture. Like, and when you go to drive to get it, you're saying like any little thing that happens in between me and getting to this guy that most people would find a little aggravating during a day is my version of an avalanche, like 9/11. Like, say I got a flat tire.
But why not stockpile a bunch? You can't do that.
Yeah, there's a theory here. I used to think that.
Yeah, like in other words, you know what you do basically a week.
Well, what I would do,
Like
I would fly home from
like
a
when you
gig.
get cartons of cigarettes.
So you're talking about logic? Huh?
Private plane.
Yeah,
You
I'd be
never-
organized.
You never take enough.
Right.
You don't take enough.
No.
So I would fly home from a gig, find out what the time of the gig, have a private plane, they'd come back again, but never bring enough again.
Wow.
And the thing is that the more you get, you think, oh, I got enough now.
And you get so sick when you're...
Well, the idea is not that
So
sick
after
time.
6 years, what finally made you get off it?
Because I realized that, it's like this or that.
You're not
You're
living.
gonna die.
You're not alive, right?
And how did you get off it? Because like Artie had this great pill
I
he
went
could take.
I went to a doctor in Milwaukee. It was actually Dolafine, which is a form of methadone.
Right.
And I was on it for a while because instead of doing what they do, 30-day detoxes, it's a joke.
Right.
So I did it. You do it so gradual that you don't feel the actual decline of the dosage.
wow.
If you want to stop.
Well, that's amazing.
And you don't get high with that stuff?
No.
And then,
Some people
you
do.
only went to to this whole thing once, and you were able to get off it.
I didn't want to have that, going back and forth.
But you did coke after that and stuff, right?
Yeah, but a lot of guys will go detox themselves just to get their habits down.
Right.
And start again. And believe it or not, the guitar meant more to me than that after a while.
Well, thank God for the guitar.
Yeah, thank God for the guitar.
Hey, what were you telling Gary that you did the guitar work on Who's Next?
What?
The original get the Who's Next remixes.
Really?
When we went in the studio at the record plant, Pete Townsend's company, Track, they managed us in England.
Right.
So their manager at the time, Kit Lambert, called me up and said, Pete wants you to play guitar on the Who. I said, he plays guitar.
Right.
So,
why did he want you to play guitar?
He didn't want to do overdubs.
What does that mean, overdubs?
In other words, he wanted to play rhythm and me play lead right then and there.
Okay.
So then he said to me, does Felix play keyboard?
Mm-hmm.
I said, I think he played a little when he produced Cream. Yeah, maybe. He said, well, have him come down too. And Terrence Stamp, the actor, his brother Chris Stamp was the other manager of the Who.
Right.
So I go to the record plant and I tell Felix, they want you to play keyboard. Well, his massive ego, he sends his bass amps down there.
Right.
So I'm in the studio and then John Entwistle walks in and sees Felix's bass amp set up.
And he got upset.
He says, I'm the fucking bass player. In the Who, what is it? So Felix says to Pete Townsend, he says...
Because Felix didn't play the keyboards. He played bass.
He played
He
a
did?
little keyboard. But I didn't, it didn't dawn on me. So Townsend says to him, John's playing bass. He says, well, make up your mind. I'm a busy man, Felix. I said, well, get the fuck out of here. We thought you were Felix Cavalieri.
Oh, from the Rascals.
So now I'm like mortified. I said, oh, my.
Really? That was a mistake that was made.
Well, Cavalieri, Pappalardi is pretty close.
Yeah. So wait a second. So you get in the studio.
I get in the studio, and we go upstairs to the 6th floor, and he plays the demos of the Who's Next.
Which is probably
Can't
their
Get Fooled
greatest
Again.
album. Yeah.
Baby, Don't You Do It.
Isn't Bob O'Reilly on that too?
Yeah. That one I didn't play on, but it's the first time he used that Putney synthesizer. And
right.
So Jack Douglas was doing the engineering, and then we did the whole album. And
how long did you stay there working on it?
It was like 3 days.
3 days
that I did.
So why are you not credited on the album?
Here's what happened. They went back to England. Lynn Johns redid the album, remixed it.
Yeah.
Then a couple of years later, if you have it here, you'll hear the Who's Next remixes with most stuff that I did. And the booklet.
Well, what about the Who's Next album? Is that your lead or is it Townsend's?
On the first one?
Yeah.
That's him.
Oh, that's him. So what do you think he listened to your leads and then copied them?
I don't know if somebody's sharp enough in this serious archive.
Did you get angry about that you weren't credited?
No, because I realized that some of the stuff was really sloppy that day.
Were you paid for this gig?
Yeah.
You were? What do you get for doing 3 days?
It was session, but it was my first year. Mountain was like the first or second year. I was a nervous fat kid from Queens.
Wonder why Mountain isn't thought like why is Mountain not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I mean,
I don't think we sold enough records.
Really? Was I the only kid into Mountain or something? I mean, I was way into Mountain. I thought Mountain was like the biggest
for 4
group ever.
years. For 4 years, we were together from 69, 70, 71. We broke up for a year, and then we got back together after West Bruce and Lang.
Huh.
I don't think it was for 4 years, but we did like 12 albums or something in that period of time.
How many albums did you sell?
Altogether, probably 10 million if you edit everything up.
And you're telling me 10 million albums isn't enough to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Why?
Are you shitting me? What about Ronnie Spector? Why is she in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I mean, Phil basically.
Who knows?
Why is
Bob Seger? Last time Bob Seger, when he got in, he said that the reason that he got in was because there was a groundswell of people, fan base. It wasn't because the record company said, well, Bob Seger's.
A lot of these old black guys never sold a record.
They never got a royalty either.
They're trying to, make up for not giving them any money or royalties or credit.
10 million albums, a lot of albums, yeah.
Somebody sent me a note when we were doing that rap the other day. Like, the band Chicago isn't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Do you think they should be in?
No.
How about the Moody Blues aren't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
No, they should be.
For a while, Chicago sold so many records, and I don't know what happened.
Even their schmaltzy stuff, that's heard all over the place.
But well, wait a second. How come the Moody Blues wouldn't be? Didn't the Moody Blues come out before the Beatles did Sgt. Pepper's? Wasn't that kind of like the start of all that orchestral rock?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, and Mountain?
No, I think 10 million for how many albums?
A lot of albums.
Leslie.
A lot of albums.
And Seeger didn't have enough to where it had to be a groundswell even for Seeger?
I think. Well, listen, Seeger sold a lot more than that.
I thought he was more of a
How many albums has John Cougar Mellencamp sold in his life?
He was a big star in the 80s.
He is, but I bet he sold about 10
for a
million
while.
albums.
A lot of the groups that got in were on Atlantic Records.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, thinking about it, 10 million. That's a
lot of albums.
I mean, how many could Cougar have sold? 20?
Well, I'll give you an example. I did this Night of Guitars tour with Robbie Krieger from The Doors, and we were on the bus, all the guitar players.
Right.
And somebody said, how many albums have you sold between you? I said, 100 million. I think The Doors sold 90 and we sold 10.
Right.
Well,
The Doors.
You talk about a super group now. I mean, the Doors.
Are the Doors in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
They
must be.
I made it into the New York Long Island Hall of Fame last year with Billy Joel.
But that's horseshit.
You
gotta be.
You know what?
You
Billy
should be
Joel,
in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And look, Billy's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Billy was great that night. He got up and made a speech. He says, the Grateful Dead, the Jefferson Airplane, the Starship. Any group from Long Island could have kicked those groups' asses. I mean,
That's right.
He was
Mountain was the killer band of all time. Really great. Really, really great.
I remember you told me you used to play some of the stuff in your bedroom to piss your mother off.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it.
It's exactly the way I sounded, too.
Hey, Leslie, when you were saying that with the Who's Next album, the first time they used the Putnam synthesizer, you mean the beginning of like Bob O'Reilly, where it's that's a Putney synthesizer?
Yeah, and the thing is, they plugged it in with those telephone cords that what was Lily Tomlin's character on Laughing?
Which one?
Remember that switchboard? The switchboard?
Oh, Ernestine.
That's the way you plugged in the different settings with those kind of plugs.
Anthony, you're on the air. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's how they have them on radio, too. Anthony.
Howard.
Hey.
What's up, man?
Hey.
Yo, Leslie, I'm like the biggest Who fan you're going to find anywhere. And I'm just looking through the remastered Who's Next record, and I can't find your name on anything. Is there a reason why?
Yeah, is Baby Don't You Do It there in the booklet? Are you looking in the booklet?
I'm looking at Baby Don't You Do It. I don't see your name.
Read the booklet. Read it to us.
I'm through right now. I was like totally surprised to hear that, man. Like
he's got to read the whole booklet.
I got to really read through it.
It doesn't say musicians on the.
No, I mean it says people like Billy Hutton and Nicky Hopkins and stuff like that, but I don't see your name anywhere.
The Who's Next remixes.
Yeah. The remixed album with all the bonus tracks and everything. Came out like in the 90s.
You've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have it in my house.
I mean, I was so surprised to hear that you were on it.
Well, do you have it right there?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Where's Baby Don't You Do It? Put it on.
Baby Don't You Do It. All right, hold on a second.
Marvin Gaye song.
Yeah, Marvin Gaye remix on the remixed CD.
You want him to play it?
You can. Townsend's on the
Want me
left.
to play this
my
song?
lead
I'll
on
play
the
this
right.
song.
Yeah,
but he's saying it's not credited.
It is in there.
No, but it has the name Leslie West written on there?
Yeah.
Where would he find
You got the
name?
booklet there, dude?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, man. I don't see Leslie West.
Keep going. Read the.
I'm trying to find
How many pages are in the booklet?
Oh, it's a big booklet. It's like the repackaged one they put out.
How many pages are in it?
They're like 20.
All right. What are you saying? He's busting your balls?
I don't know.
Maybe his.
No, I was just totally surprised. I didn't know.
He says he doesn't see it.
Guys.
All right, it's there somewhere.
Are you his old heroin dealer busting balls again?
What do you mean Mountain's back together? What do you mean?
Mountain didn't break up. First of all.
Well, no, it says here, it says you put out a new album.
We did this. I started doing this, Dylan. It's all Dylan.
This is a new album you did now?
Well, for the last 2 years, I've been working on all Dylan's.
Who's in Mountain?
Corky, me, and Richie Scarlett, and Ozzy sang on it. Warren Haynes is on it.
Oh, no kidding.
What happened was I started doing it 2 years ago, and I found out last year I had cancer.
Oh, yeah. Did you know that? Do you know Leslie's got cancer?
No.
I don't have it anymore. I'm in remission. And thank
What
you
does that
very
mean,
much.
remission?
Well, they got it out.
What did you have? Prostate, right?
No, it was in the bladder. It was from smoking.
From smoking.
You smoked with your...
Yeah. Leslie used
Yeah,
to...
I smoked with my
his
dick,
penis.
Robert. Right.
It's amazing Leslie still walks the planet.
Isn't it really?
I mean, he was always so unhealthy.
You thought it was going to be me, Sam Kinison, or Dick Cabot was going to
Right. No, you're still going strong. I love that about
Well,
you.
you called me, and I guess Dominic must have told you that I had.
Yeah, I heard you had cancer, and I got very upset.
And Howard calls me up and says, "What happened?"
Yeah, what are you doing?
I bought it. I
What's the
found it
matter
in the
with you?
street. Anyway, how I found it was by accident. I went to the doctor to have prostate stones removed. And how they do that? They put a scope in your dick.
Oh.
While
You
you're
in that
medicated,
dick.
you're pre-medicated.
You still take Viagra?
No. I never took Viagra.
No, you used to inject your penis. Do you still inject your penis?
Yeah.
You do?
Why not?
I just thought maybe
it works. It still works great. But anyway, he goes in there with a scope to measure the stones, and they remove them with a laser. And after about 2 minutes, he said, "I know mine. Get dressed and come inside." So my fiancé Shay's in the office, and he says to her, "We got a problem." She says, "What's the matter?" He says, "He's got cancer.
Oh, man.
It's malignant."
Ooh.
And I'm saying, and I was really fucked up that day, because he told me, make sure you sedate yourself before you come in.
Sedate yourself?
Oh, yeah, I took a couple of Xanax.
The doctor doesn't sedate you?
I want to go to the office fucked up. I didn't want to go in there and
Right.
start, So...
So you're fucked up and he tells you that you have
And
cancer.
I don't really know what it means. It hasn't really kicked in yet. So I said, well, what do we do? He said, well, I'm going to cut it out.
You did it right there?
No. About a week later.
Would you go up your penis to cut it out?
I don't know. I was totally out. But it took
When you
4
got
You
years.
know where the scar was. Was there a scar?
What do you mean? How am I going to see the scar? It's in your bladder. It was in your bladder.
No, but how does he get to the
Did they go
bladder?
through your stomach?
No, they went through your dick.
Your dick.
But you're out. You don't know.
My balls ache right now.
All right. Well, the point is that
Can't they get this cancer without going through your dick? It's your fucking dick. Oh, that's why, Artie.
I love people
You
that
got to
say-
go on a diet. This is why I live a healthy lifestyle. You got to avoid your dick getting fucked with.
I've already had the catheter, man, and I
Right?
was
there's
I
something
was
to be said for the
medicated.
catheter. You wouldn't have to take so long breaks here. Radio.
Now, did you put yourself under for that operation too? Did you medicate?
No, they,
did you
the
medicate
nurse. No,
before?
they give you real good stuff.
Right.
And luckily, it didn't go through the bladder wall.
Okay.
So he removed it all. Then you have to go for a CAT scan, to find out they got it all like a week later. And,
That's fun. Waiting for that.
yeah, right. That was a
So they
joy.
got it all. So when you say you're in remission,
They got it all, and he. When
Did
I
you
went,
do any chemo
No.
or radiate? Nothing.
did they
got- I
check you
was
to
lu-
see if it comes back?
Yeah, every 3 months you have to go for.
So
a
how
CAT
so how long has it been gone?
2 3 month periods.
Wow.
Now, where do they check? How do they check?
They do another CAT, MRI.
Oh, okay.
If it comes back, man, then that. But
Well,
you
I
say-
stopped smoking. That was.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, but
It's not the cigarettes you smoke today that get you.
no. But the point is that when I said to him, he said, "Well, how do you get bladder cancer?" He said to me, "Smoking." I said,
Smoking.
Really? He said, "Yes." The only
You smoked like a fiend.
No, I didn't smoke a pack
come
a day.
on.
I didn't smoke
Really?
a pack a day ever.
Really?
Never smoked.
I always
more than
remember
a
you with a cigarette for a while.
pack. Well,
Yeah.
I never smoked more than a pack a day. But the thing is that I love.
Weren't there a couple of days?
When you
let's
play
be
guitar,
honest.
yeah, come on. When you play guitar, aren't you one of those guys that has to light up while you're playing?
I take this drug called Chantix that Pfizer makes. It blocks the receptors in your brain because
Yeah.
there's more receptors in your brain for nicotine than there is for heroin.
All right.
And it just took away the craving. After 6 months, you start.
I'll tell you what'll take away my craving for cigarettes.
Pussy.
A fucking pipe up my dick when they're operating and taking out cancer.
Wouldn't it be great to be healthy?
didn't know-
I would love to be healthy. I
Hey,
really
listen,
would
let me
love
tell you
to be
something.
healthy.
The fact you don't want to hear. I love people that say, "Well, if you're going to get cancer, that's a good one to have." Well, there's no good ones to have, are there?
No.
Well, prostate
Can you
seems
still
to
pee?
be curable.
Yeah, well, it was when you go. The funniest thing.
Let me
was,
tell you about prostate cancer, though. I know guys, so it's pretty curable, but like they get the operation. It takes them forever for like the pee to stop dripping.
Yeah.
It takes them, because like after you pee, it's still dripping.
All you have to
and,
do
and
is-
it fucks your sex life up a bit.
Just go to the doctor, man.
Yeah, you got to go
Right.
to the
Don't
doctor.
think that there's nothing to it. Just because they cure you doesn't mean you're not left with some,
Yeah.
effect.
Hey, Ken, you're on the air.
One of the first concerts I ever saw was at the Village Theater before it became the Fillmore.
With the
with
who?
The Doors headlining. with the Chambers Brothers and the Vagrants.
Yeah, Leslie was in the Vagrants before he was in Mountain.
Yeah, so here you are talking about the Doors, but you guys were opening for the Doors way, way, way early.
The Vagrants open for the Doors?
Yeah.
Wow. Boy, that's going way back.
Yeah,
Does
it
it make you
was
feel
great.
weird that like Jim Morrison died? I mean,
I'll tell you what makes
knew
me
the
feel
guy.
weird when Mountain played a week after the Doors down at Miami Convention Center. Remember when Jim Morrison exposed himself?
Yeah. Right.
So I'm on stage with Mountain a week after that. And I remember the cops made a real big deal about it. They arrested him or something. And I'm doing my guitar solo, and the cops are in front of the stage, and they're holding back the kids, and the cops were talking and making noise while I was playing my guitar solo. I yelled at one of the cops, "Shut the fuck up."
Uh-oh.
And all of a sudden, the cops came running to the stage. I ran out the back into the car, changed my hotel room. I forgot where we were playing.
Yeah, you can't say the F word on stage.
Not to a cop.
Well, right after
That's
the
number
Doors
one.
got arrested in Miami,
Right, yeah.
it was like serious times down there.
Hendrix was the death that affected you, though, right? Because you knew him.
Well, I played with him a couple of weeks before he died.
Can I just say one last thing and get off?
He's like Zelig.
What are you going to get off on?
Wherever Leslie goes, people die.
Yeah.
I would get off on seeing Bush and Cheney impeached. Thanks very much.
All right, there you go.
Oh,
I think a lot of people agree. Kevin, you're on the air.
Serious guy.
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
I know.
Leslie,
Yeah.
big fan. You're a hero, man. I got to say, about 10, 15 years ago, I saw you at a small club in Portchester, New York.
Howard Stein.
And being a huge Mountain fan, it was admittedly a real intimate crowd. You put on the most amazing show I must say I've ever seen in my life. Well, the sound man that particular evening was a big fan of yours as well. And you had him reduced to tears by the end of the night from yelling at him in front of everybody and berating him.
You yelled at the guy?
Probably.
I thought that Leslie made him cry because of his great playing.
Why was I yelling at him, though?
I guess you weren't happy with the sound. I thought it sounded fantastic.
What do you know?
What do you know? First of all, Leslie is nuts when it comes to that
He's
stuff.
a perfectionist.
When we,
yeah, he's really crazy with the sound to the point that, like, you know, who even knows if it
When
makes
you
a difference?
play-
It's the way you take out your stress, Leslie.
Listen, when you play with Sam Kinison and me at your
Yes.
concert at Nassau Coliseum,
Yes.
and you were playing guitar,
Yes.
and you said, Leslie, I can't hear myself because I turned your amp down?
Yes.
Because you really
That's how
couldn't you can't play the guitar.
No, that's how I know you know sound. You turned off my amp. As opposed to Joe Walsh, who I went on stage with and turned mine up louder than everyone, and humiliated me.
Well, in honor of that, by the way, I have Leslie West's signature guitar now.
Oh, wow. Look at that. You
Dean.
always, wow, that's nice.
Not like this.
Who makes that?
Dean.
Dean.
Dean Guitars. Well,
Boy, that's a nice-looking guitar.
Well, I'm giving it to you. This is number
I'll play
20.
It. Thank you.
This is number
I'll play
29.
that. I'll play that badly as I can.
I wanted to get you number 69, but somebody took that
What
already.
number is that?
29.
You got to wear the headphones, Leslie, or no one can hear you.
He just couldn't get to you.
They have a
with them
mic
on.
Put those back on. Wow, I could really wail on this.
Look at look at the volume controls. What number?
Look at
is
the
it?
action I get on this, Fred. Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful.
Look at the volume control. What does it say? Schmuck, what does it say?
What's it say on the volume control?
What number does it go to?
To 11. Excellent. I like that Spinal Tap reference. Dude. Here we go. Look.
Howard.
If I
All right,
can
let me
plug
have
it
the
in-
guitar back.
What? Are you taking it back?
Fucking play some shit.
All right, bar chord. Come on, man. I can play.
Look, this is a real.
What is that?
It's a certificate.
I'll
of
play
it.
this.
I bought a new guitar and an amp.
Just hang it on your wall or something.
Oh, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll hang it on the wall.
So when I die, at least you know that I gave you a real. Boy, does that sound crap.
The guitar is good. It's me. It's bad.
Go to DeanGuitars.com and look at it.
I really am honored to have this. It's a beautiful guitar. I might actually be inspired to go back and take more lessons.
No.
Les, how much to give me guitar lessons?
How much?
How much?
More than you're making it.
I don't think he could take it. The man's in a
No,
weak
you know what
condition.
would happen? He'd say,
Yeah.
"Can we get high instead of taking a lesson?" I'll be
Well,
fine.
I thought that was a
prerequisite.
But Leslie's greatest musical accomplishment, everyone would agree, I believe. and I think-
Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice, that's right.
My hero.
records, but
It should have come out.
Everybody knows.
The legendary Leslie West, everyone. We'll be back. Robin's going to do news for us in just a minute. And,
Hey, what's that crazy lady that calls up your...
Blue Iris?
No.
Crazy Alice?
Black woman?
Crazy Alice.
I've been practicing this.
Okay, go ahead.
You motherfucking cocksucking, dick sucker. Hi, Richard.
We'll be back right after these words.
Hey, Leslie. So there's a lot of talk about your health from the past and drug use and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about drug use from the past.
Right, exactly.
Right, Artie, from the past.
It's all in the past, man. Everything, all the bad times, all the cancer.
Why you devil talk?
It's a good man. Guitar lessons, 25 grand a week. That's my final offer.
Eating lessons.
Well, that's just it, Leslie. Howard was trying to see if he'd get Artie to listen to him, because from your perspective, you've been through all of it.
Well, he'll get it, Artie. Right? When Artie hits 450 pounds, he'll get it.
Do you think, though, he's on a bad path toward dealing with stuff like prostate cancer, maybe
no,
with the drugs
who knows
and
what
everything?
he's got. All I know is he's enjoying himself. Is he enjoying himself? Is that the main thing?
Yes, it appears so.
You never know. He's riding the crest of his slump with the devil doing, so that'll kill him.
Always good having you down,
Thank
Leslie.
you very
Howard TV.
Hi, my name is Al D'Amato. I'm here to see my friend Howard, but actually to bring attention of National Poker Week. And that's we want to the Poker Players Alliance fight to give people the right to play poker on the internet in their own homes. Give us back that right. Congress took it away. They were wrong. Now they should correct it.
We have Senator D'Amato here. He is an old friend of the show. He's probably one of the few influential people that actually talk to us.
And while he was in office.
Yeah, he actually talked to us while he was United States Senator. And very few people will do that.
Absolutely.
Senator, let me ask you something. How are you, by the way?
Couldn't be better. And it's great to see you.
I meant to drop you a note to wish you a happy anniversary. I know your anniversary just went by.
Yeah.
And
Saturday.
5
years.
That's right. And a lot of people said it wouldn't last, that the age difference was too much.
Good morning.
That you couldn't handle it in the sack and this and that. And boy, oh boy.
Who was saying that? You?
I was saying that.
Howard, how could you do that? I mean, but I have life has changed.
It has.
Yes,
and I don't believe
has.
it's as good as you say it is. I think
it's better.
No, it isn't. No.
When did I look so good, Robin?
You look great.
Huh?
You
do look good. You lost weight.
Yeah.
You look good. You're working out. Right.
I do.
You look good.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
And
you can't be possible. I would suspect that if we were off the air,
go ahead,
you would be a little more honest with me. That you would say that, listen, I know your age. You're an older man now.
I'm going to be 72 in about 10 days, August 1st.
You are not ashamed of your age.
No.
Oh, wait. Papa's 96.
And you look good. You never had plastic
94.
surgery. You've never had taken Botox or a facelift or anything like that.
Nothing
a
like
lot
that.
of people accuse you of that.
No penis enlargements.
Right.
Nothing like that.
You never needed that?
No.
But, a lot of people would look at you and say, okay, yeah, he has it all. You got the hot wife. You got the young children.
You got the kids out of the way. Your older kids are how old?
Oh, yeah. No,
they're older than me, those kids.
They are. My daughter is. I have my one daughter, Lisa, who tracked down Murphy, the poor unsuspecting Irishman. They now have 7 children, so I have 7 grandchildren with her.
He has children that are older than himself. They're older than Senator D'Amato.
They outage him.
That's right.
14. Listen.
But my question is.
Go ahead.
It is not fun for you to be chasing little children around the house. You don't do any of that. You've got a lifestyle where you probably...
How much in hell?
Are you still work a full schedule?
Yeah.
All right. So what time you leave the house in the morning?
Well, this morning, very unusually early.
Yeah.
All right. What time do you leave the house?
Generally, about between 9 and 9:30, because if we leave earlier, you get stuck in that traffic. I don't have to tell you, coming from the island.
Right.
It is brutal.
Where's your office? In the city?
Yeah.
Okay, so you travel...
101 Park, 40th and Park. And then we have an office in Washington, which I'm flying down to later. today.
Law offices.
He can't stay out of the house enough. He's flying to Washington.
Yeah, what are you now? Are you a lawyer now? I mean, what are you doing?
We have a consulting firm and a lobbying firm.
Right.
And we have offices in D.C. and Albany and Buffalo and out on Long Island.
It's you and a bunch of guys?
We have about 16 people. And my son, Chris, my younger son, you've met him.
Yeah.
He's my partner.
And you come and you go into work 9:30, and you probably get home around. You probably have dinner in the city, and then you get home around what 9 o'clock at night.
I try to get home for dinner, but I have a Tuesday TV show with Mayor Koch.
Right.
We do on New York One.
You're proving my point, by the way.
He's never.
What's
home.
that?
So you're never home.
No, that's wrong.
No,
that's wrong.
That's right.
So that's the one night
I'm right. You know I'm right.
Monday nights. First of all, Mondays and Fridays, I generally during the summer try to take off, stay on the island.
Hold it a second. How often do you go to Washington
Washington once a month.
Okay.
I'm going down for National Poker Week. We got to get that on.
Poker Week.
Now, poker players
Week.
alike.
You and I play poker.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
And that I want to enlist you. I am chairman of the Poker Players Alliance. Howard Stern.
What is that?
What is the Poker Players
Well, let me
Alliance?
tell you
Yeah.
what happens. 2 years ago, my crazy conservative Republican friends, in the dead of night, on the Port Security Act, very important to guard the ports, right?
Right.
Bill Frist, the then Senate Majority Leader, wants to be president. So somebody tells him, you can get the Christian right to support you if you pass this law, which basically will prohibit playing poker in your own home on the internet. And do you know
my
these jackasses passed that bill? And now, oh yeah, a bunch of jackasses.
This is why I love him.
Right.
You think about this.
I mean, if you want to play
the war in Afghanistan is over, in Iraq is over, the economy is booming, you have no oil crisis, and you stupid asses, you pass a bill to ban playing poker on the internet in your own home.
Yeah, why is everyone so uptight about that? Why do people care if you play poker on the internet?
Well, supposedly it's going to contaminate the little children. They will become addicted. Did you ever hear of parental responsibility?
I have heard that term.
You'd have to get a credit card. A kid
it.
would have to get a hold of a credit card to play internet poker.
Well, besides that, if you regulate it,
right,
then you can see to it that you have honest games. You give people the ability to play a game of their choice, poker, national pastime. Just about every president, including the present one, has played poker. But what you're saying is, unless you can go to a casino or go to a neighbor's house, etc., you're not allowed to use the most modern means of communication, the internet, to play poker.
So what are you going to do? You're going to go down and protest?
This is National Poker Week. We have 350,000 signatures we're presenting to President Obama, people petitioning, saying we want the right to play poker. We are lobbying on behalf. Now, here's Alphonse, the so-called conservative, right?
So what do? You go down and you visit your Republican buddies and you say, listen, guys, let me...
everybody.
What are we doing here?
Barney Frank happens to be the champion of saying, let people use the internet the way they want.
Right.
This is in the spirit...
What about the fear that people will be out of control playing poker on the internet and they'll go through their life savings and all of that?
It's just this kind of thing. First of all, if they're out of control, they can play at a casino, they can play somebody's home.
There's plenty of ways to lose your money.
And I mean, so that's like prohibition.
Right. Don't make alcohol.
Stop them from drinking. So what happened? You had bootlegging. You had illegal. If you regulate it and license it, you can raise about $20 billion over 10 years. That's a lot of money. You want to pay for health care? It's a little down payment.
We could go to war with everyone on $20 billion. I mean, we could kill everybody.
Howard has been doing this lately. Everything that the government comes up with or has to do with raising money, he puts into munitions.
I do.
Immediately, he's bombing somebody.
I'm like Robert McNamara. I believe we got to build up the military, nuke everyone's ass.
I want Howard Stern, who was a devotee, long before most people were on the internet, right?
Right.
You were a chess advocate. By the way, they could ban chess tournaments too if they're giving out prizes.
They can't do that to me.
No, they will.
They will?
Oh, sure. If they hear that you are a chess advocate, I can get
half
a dozen guys to sponsor a bill because they want to stop Stern.
If you're busy doing all this all the time, this goes back to my original point.
Ahead.
So when are you home with these kids of yours, these young kids?
I just came back from Italy. Saturday.
Were you with the kids?
With baby Alfonso, 17 months old.
You took the kid to Italy?
Yeah.
You did?
That's tough.
How many nannies traveled with you?
None.
What?
None. We did have my wife's mother, my mother-in-law. She came with us.
That must be fun.
We only have one nanny at home for the baby.
You travel. What do you travel over to Italy?
Yeah.
You get yourself a hotel.
Yeah.
And you're stuck in there with the young hot wife and the baby?
And a little guy, yeah. And we had a van and a driver, and he would take us. We went to Tuscany, the wine country, and we went to Florence for a day, and we went to Assisi and Siena, where they have Il Palio. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
I have seen that. That's beautiful.
Isn't it great?
I've seen pictures. Listen, I don't go anywhere. I love the United States more than even you.
But
I am a United States guy.
Well, you appreciate home more when you go away.
Anything I could see over there, I could see here.
You can't see the palio over here.
I see pictures. It's highly overrated.
First of all, I want to recruit you to join the Poker Players Alliance, of which I am the chairman.
All right, I'm in. What do you want from me?
Well, I want you to tell your
I'll
people.
do it.
The PPA.org.
PPA.org.
The PPA.org.
This is your thing.
It's a great thing. And this is to
He's a real poker player. He loves it.
We play every Monday night up at the Castle, Ohika Castle.
Yeah.
You know where that is.
Yeah.
Right. Every Monday
You're up
night.
there?
Oh, yeah.
You play?
Absolutely.
And they clean you out?
No.
Come on.
Howard.
Come on.
Howard, you know better. Have you said, have I lost occasionally? Sure.
This guy's a great poker player. I used to play with him. Yeah, we would go over to a hotel and play with our friends.
Garden
one of
City
our
Hotel.
friends passed out during it.
Oh, yes, I remember. That was a mess.
And the
a
senator
real
was
mess.
dating a hot female doctor at the time, and she rescued the guy and the whole thing.
Thank goodness.
You remember that?
That was unbelievable. And then we continued playing. Hey, listen.
You got him out of there and continued playing.
I was losing at that point. I needed to come back. Well, listen, what am I supposed to stop
What
a
you
game?
needed was a break in the game. How did you get that guy to pass out?
Yeah.
Somebody passing out should never stop a poker game.
Can I tell you something?
And sexually, the marriage is functioning well?
You better believe.
Are you as hot for your wife as you were 5 years ago?
More so.
More so?
Absolutely.
Even after the kids?
Oh, yeah.
Were you in there for the
we
birth?
Have one, and we have Isabella. We think we're going to name her Isabella,
Right.
a little girl on the way in October. So Alfonso is now 17 months old.
Yes.
Here.
Let me see.
You don't.
Well, you're really
look,
into this, huh?
That's Alfonso on Father's Day. And
Look
there
at
he
this.
is down at the beach. We have our house on.
Well, I heard
on
your
Lido
tape
Beach.
to me, and let me
Yeah?
tell you something. I don't want
Howard
anything
has
to do
to
with
do it.
No.
Howard needs a child. Howard
I don't need a child.
Yes, you do.
Why?
Beth,
What do I gotta do with one?
all you do is wake up at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and start crying. And he'll say, "What's wrong, Beth?" And you'll say, "What are we going to do about a family?" And then what's he going to say? You got your
a whole
dog?
scenario.
No.
I love dogs.
Oh. And then you're going to say, well, can we talk about it at another time? And so you're not working. It's on a Friday. And so at about 7 o'clock, you'll come with a cup of coffee under your nose. And you wake up.
Why
and
do
you'll
you
say,
stand up for the poker industry, not for me? Why?
I am. I'm standing up. It's
recruiting?
going to be good for you. It is. And we can have baby Alfonso play with baby Howard.
Let me ask you a bunch of topics. Let me
He
ask
needs
you.
playmates for his son. That's
All right,
why
number
he's
one.
recruiting.
Number one.
Exactly.
This Sarah Palin, right?
Yes.
The one who just resigned.
Yeah.
A nudnik, right? Was it cool?
No, over her head in terms of being thrust into the national scene.
She was a lightweight, right?
Look, no, she wasn't prepared to handle, and they didn't give her.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something about yourself.
Yeah.
I've sat and talked to you about world politics.
Right.
All kidding aside, you're well versed in every topic. You know what's going on. You were always into it.
She wasn't prepared for that prime time.
The guy she was running against, Senator Biden, guy's a top-notch guy, bright guy, knows how to answer questions. You ask
I
him
love
questions.
Joe.
Right, you know this guy.
He's a family friend.
Okay. She comes on the scene. They ask her, what period... Katie Couric said to her, what periodicals do you read? And she said... I don't know. She goes, whatever they bring me, I read. She couldn't answer. And then they say the media was out to get her. Out to get her. You only prayed for softball questions like that when you were running for senator.
But look, now I
her.
want to take a free shot.
Okay.
Okay, this
Go
is
ahead.
a free shot. I think David Letterman is a low life, over his head, and what he did and what he said, and you know, I believe in free speech.
Sure.
I took on the FCC. Why?
Right.
Because it was the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Right.
trying to censor you, close you down, do all kinds
Right.
of... But when this guy says that Sarah Palin's 14-year-old daughter, who is she having sex with, or words to that effect.
Right.
That is
Now,
bullshit.
let's be honest, though.
That is
Let's defend Letterman.
No, let me finish.
He didn't do that.
Yes,
He didn't do that.
Yes, he did. And then, what did he try to do?
Right.
When he got hit by... Well, I didn't mean her. I meant the other daughter. Now...
Right.
I mean,
I
that's
believe
okay.
that.
You don't believe that.
I believe that's true.
Oh,
I don't think
baloney.
he knew the 14-year-old. He was talking
So
about the one who
even
had the
if-
baby.
All right, so even if it was the
All right.
18-year-old, you're going to say she's having sex with some boy. Yeah, come on.
Listen.
It was a joke.
Listen to me.
It was inappropriate. It
Didn't McCain make a Chelsea Clinton joke? Didn't McCain make a Chelsea Clinton joke?
If somebody did that to Senator Clinton and her family and implied
But they
the
did.
same- you know what?
McCain made a horrible joke. Wasn't it McCain, Fred, who made the horrible
Yes.
joke about Chelsea Clinton's appearance?
Why is
and
Chelsea
looks?
Clinton so ugly? Because Janet Reno was her father?
Yeah. And that was a terrible joke.
That's a terrible out of line.
Horrible joke.
Wrong.
Out of line.
Did he
And I
apologize?
said-
Did he apologize?
I don't know.
Well, you
I
see,
assume he did.
I assume he did.
Right.
It took Letterman a couple of days after he was getting killed to do it. I just think he's a mean-spirited prick.
You don't like him.
I could say that on
You
this, on
see
your-
goddamn
Because
right
they
you could.
can't- Huh?
Say other
No,
words.
no,
Yes.
Yeah.
Prick
Letterman,
is-
you're a mean-spirited prick. And by the way, I don't want you to join the Poker Players Alliance.
Really? You
No.
will not let him in?
No, I
Yeah.
won't. I don't care if I have to fight the whole board.
So you say Palin wasn't so bad. Over her head. And
Over
do you
her
think
But
she'll
what is
be...
this stepping down from the governorship?
You would never step down.
Well, look, I think she probably has legal bills over her head. She's got all kinds of ethics charges to come from the state.
Oh,
I
yeah?
think 13 out of 15 have already been basically dismissed. But she's got hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of legal bills.
Right.
She can't possibly pay them.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, given her $500,000 is estimated that she owes in legal bills.
Wow.
So now she goes on the circuit.
Right.
Write a book. She'll make a lot of money. They'll put her on the Howard Stern show. You'll tear her up. I
put her on the Sibian.
I find it very attractive.
That's what I mean.
That's the problem. I mean, I'd love to see a Playboy
I was
spread.
going to say, he'll put her on the Sibian.
You make a good point. You know, I was going to ask you, how do a lot of guys who are public servants their whole lives become multi-billionaires? I mean, Gerald Ford was a good example of that. He was a president. He served in Congress his whole life. He couldn't have made much money.
No, he didn't.
Guy got out with a multi-millionaire.
Well,
so is that it? It's the speeches? It's the whole thing?
The speeches. I'm sure that Ford, when he came out, commanded $100,000 plus, and that's quite a few years ago.
But he got on a lot of boards of a lot of major corporations.
That's right. A lot of boards. You get stock options, etc.
Right.
The stocks were booming in the
But
last...
isn't that a conflict of interest in a sense? Because when you, in other words, it's quid pro quo. When you become the president, you say, "Okay, I'll treat you well," and then when I get out, you give me $2 million for a speech.
You don't have to do that. For example,
Ronald Reagan did it.
Clinton didn't have to do that, and Reagan didn't have to do that. When they got out, the notoriety, people wanting to hear them, see them, touch them, etc. So a big corporation, they can pay them $250,000 to come and to give their executives and some of their clients, they invite their clients to come here.
But isn't that done with a wink? In other words, I remember President Reagan got out of office. The
Right.
Japanese gave him a $2 million payday to come speak somewhere, some cockamamie place. But
Same thing with
the idea
Clinton.
was, well, if you're good to me while we're in office and you're good to the Japanese businessman,
I will
you
tell
can see
where,
when you get out, you'll get the $2 million.
I'll tell you where I suspect that is really the case. It's never really spoken, but I think with the Saudis and the Arabic money, huge. And if you look at the both sides, and let's not go into names, but all of the formers have done very well.
Yes.
And Bandar is full of BS also. Very carries himself. Prince Bandar, former secretary, former representative here.
But he takes care of all his buddies.
He takes care of his buddies. He knows how to play the game, and they have played America for a bunch of jackasses. They are financing all of the jihadists so that they'll leave them alone.
Right.
They send them billions of dollars, right? And they're supposedly our great allies. And I'm not going to let Bandar join the Poker Players Alliance either.
Well, Thank you. Because those guys love poker.
You're joining.
Yes, I am.
And we need to support. See, this National Poker Week. Let me get in.
Wait a second. Wait a second with this poker.
Right.
I've never seen you so on fire. This
They pay me a lot of money.
This is a big deal to you.
This is a big deal.
This is a big deal to you.
But I'll tell you something. You know why I took him on?
because it's the right thing. How dare you go into people's homes?
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I agree
why
with
would
you.
we be bothered with that?
You can't play poker on the internet.
Let's
right?
fix some real problems.
Well, that's
No,
why we
no.
got to support the Frank bill, 2267.
Is
HR.
What about
2267.
Spitzer? Like I was a big Spitzer supporter. So were
I
you.
supported
We
him.
all did.
Yeah.
And he was, the governor. We were excited about it.
Did you know what
Did
he
you
was
know?
up to?
You knew what was going on,
Not
didn't you?
this-
Admit
no.
it. You knew he was there with the hookers.
I swear to God.
You knew he kept his socks on.
By the way,
The hooker didn't even know.
I don't think.
The hooker didn't know who he was.
The idea of someone having extramarital or having a hooker or something, that should be the worst thing that ever happens, and we'd be in pretty good shape.
Do you think he
But
should
I
still
think
be the
it's
governor?
duplicity of the whole thing. How on one hand you can hold yourself out as this great moralist, and if you do, then you better live it.
Yeah.
You better
Right.
be it.
Right.
Yeah, but the year before, when he was Attorney General, they tell me he sponsored a bill that doubled the penalty for Johns.
Right.
You know, for crying out loud, while you're carrying on, you're doubling the penalty. I mean,
That seems like a hypocrite.
He looked at the law and he said, if I get caught, that's not enough of a fine.
See, that's why. Maybe is it possible he was doing undercover work when he was caught?
That's right.
I mean, no one ever gave him.
claimed that.
They were undercover.
It was research.
You were always smart when you were senator, and I always liked this about you. All right, listen, you had a marriage, it didn't work out, and then you dated when you were senator.
I
That to me,
did?
I am for this because you were the healthiest senator around. You always had fantastic dates. Some of the women you dated were
I'm
beautiful.
glad my wife is sleeping.
Yeah, and you didn't have to. And you didn't have to go to hookers.
No,
you got it for free.
That's true.
wait a minute, you
Goddamn
know
right.
what?
Sometimes they're much more costly than hookers.
That's right.
You know,
That
these
is true.
romances.
That is true.
Huh?
That's for goddamn sure.
How did this wife get you to the altar? I mean, there were a lot of women in your life. A
lot of nice women.
A lot of nice women.
Yeah.
I remember who you dated.
Yeah.
In fact, at one point you dated Claudia Cohn.
Yeah.
I
Great
always thought
lady.
she was hot,
Great lady.
smart,
Wonderful.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I thought she was going
She
to
didn't get you to the altar.
She almost got you to the altar.
Almost.
Yeah.
You were engaged to her for a while,
Yeah.
but you somehow slipped out of that one.
Well, look, things didn't work out. The lifestyles, traveling back and forth from Washington.
Sexually
et cetera.
incompatible?
No, that's
Nothing wrong there?
no.
She was one of the best?
None.
I mean, not better than your wife.
Claudia's passed on.
Yes.
She's still got a beautiful daughter, and Claudia was a great lady.
Is it weird when you've made love to a woman and then she
not here
dies?
anymore.
I mean, then she's not here anymore. It's got to be a little weird, right? It's freaky.
She was a great person.
She was.
She was a wonderful person, and I have nothing but the fondest of thoughts and memories. As a matter of fact, after I got married, we would visit my wife, Keturah, and I, on a number of occasions. We'll go out to Claudia's summer place out there in East Hampton.
You're all friends.
Absolutely.
Are there times that you find yourself thinking about the other women you've been with in your life? I know sometimes I do. Like I love my wife and we have a great time. But sometimes I'm laying in bed and I think about some of my sexual experiences. I mean, you relive those every once in a while, right? You're like
No.
every other guy. What? No.
Absolutely not.
Now that was a political answer if I ever heard one.
My wife is much stronger than I am, and I don't want.
She could beat you up.
Oh, absolutely. Howard, I have been so good. I can pose for holy pictures.
Really?
Yeah.
So you never pleasure yourself, anything like that? It's strictly sex with your wife?
That's it.
No kidding.
The only and I have no desire. Number one, I love her.
I
Number
know.
two,
once in a while,
well,
I do pleasure myself.
She
I'll be
at some
honest.
point in time, she said, "Hey, I'm not asking you to marry me, but you're not going to be going out with other people, and then we're going to stay together. We have been out. We've been dating. We've been together for 4 years at that point, 4 years plus." And she packed up and went back to her apartment in the city. And I am a person of great resolve and strength.
Yeah.
And within 24 hours, I said, "Please come back, Keturah. Come back. Come back." And I paid the penalty. She beat the hell out of me for 3 days.
The sex life is still healthy at 71? You tell all the men out there who are in your age category.
Absolutely. First of all, they have so many great things out there on the market. If you
use Viagra?
No, much better. But
Cialis?
I'm not going to tell you until
you do not use
they
Cialis.
retain me.
Oh.
And then when they retain me, then I will tell you the benefits of whatever I use.
Are you telling me you use Cialis?
Let me say this to you.
You're kidding
If
me.
I had a thing for 4 hours, I wouldn't rush to a doctor. I'd rush out to tell everybody.
I don't feel you need that stuff.
I don't.
You don't, right?
I don't. But you know, it give you a little enhancement. Give you a lot of enhancement.
See, I hear a lot of guys say that. I'm afraid of that stuff. I won't go to it.
Well, I'll suggest to you when they retain me which one you should use.
Really?
The best.
Cialis.
I'm not saying I am. They have
no
whoever,
kidding.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's like you're a young
Don't you think
man.
I'd be a great spokesperson for them?
When do you
any doubt?
Sure. Absolutely.
Right?
You're at the right age.
For whoever.
Yeah, whoever it might be.
You mean you can hurt her with it when you're on Cialis? No kidding.
I think you say pleasure her, right?
So every night of the week you're home sleeping. In other words, you don't go out. You don't
play poker every Monday night.
Yeah.
Except tonight, I'll
but
be
you're
down
home
in
every
DC.
night and you're with the kids and the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, little guy. I can't wait to see him. I try to get home before he goes to bed. Tuesday nights are close because I have my TV program and then I rush home.
Right. But
if I can get home if I get home like at 7:30, I'll see him and play with him. And it's the greatest. They are so innocent. They are so...
You circumcised them, I hope.
Absolutely.
You did?
Yeah. I didn't do it myself. The Moyle did. No.
I'm against... You want to know the truth, though?
Doctor.
I'm actually against circumcision. I've thought
Why?
about it. Because really, why do you cut it? Why do that?
Well,
to
they
it?
say,
Isn't it mutilation?
that for health reasons.
Did you discuss this? You really went through it?
You didn't discuss it with me?
No.
Where were you when I was... All right, listen to me. You're here. You have an important mission. There is a place you can go to hear what the senator is talking about. We're talking... Most of my audience loves to play poker.
Of course. And you want to play it on the internet.
And you want to have a game that's protected and honest.
Right.
I've been aware of this problem for a while because we had many sponsors who were in the internet poker thing, and then all of a sudden it became a problem and all of this.
And they disappeared, yeah.
But if you want, you can go to ppa.org and find out more about this. What the senator says is true. Why, with all the problems in the world, who would care if somebody wants to play poker?
What business is it of yours if somebody
and
wants
call
to...
your congressman.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know Bernie Madoff at all?
No, I didn't know him. Thank God.
You never met him, huh?
No, I didn't.
I figured somehow like these guys always try to mingle. And,
Yeah, usually they're into politics.
Oh, he used the country clubs. He used the Palm Beach Country Club. He used Glen Oaks. Those were his, two places and people of wealth and affluence. And once someone says, "Oh, by the way, I got in with Bernie's thing, and we get a 12% return, etc." But he won't let everybody. Then the people go knocking on the door, and the more he says, "Well, I don't know, don't tell anybody," of course they tell their wives tell their girlfriends,
right?
And that is the cycle.
He, I was reading about him in prison. It seems like he's not even suffering that much. They're saying he's doing pretty well. Like he's in a country club type prison.
But he's not living that life
much
anymore.
Of a country club. You mean you're not in a lockdown 23 out of 24 hours?
No, and it's other guys who are sort of white collar
crime.
Yeah.
But listen,
it's not freedom.
What, you want him being gang raped every night?
Yes.
Is that what
you know what he did to people?
Well,
he wiped out charities. He wiped out their livelihood.
He hurt a lot of people.
He hurt
pensions.
Cruel stuff.
Yeah.
And
but have you ever been told that you can't do something? It's hell.
Well,
it's
I know
hell not to have your freedom.
I don't know. It's
look,
it's weird.
Not to be able to watch whatever program you want or listen. I don't know if they have Sirius over there. We have to find out if that
all the prisons have.
They can't even buy a girly magazine.
Yeah.
Is that right?
We get letters from prisons.
Well, let me tell you something. It's one thing not to have a hot wife, but if you can't even buy a girly magazine,
it's tough stuff.
I mean,
so when you supported McCain for
I did.
president,
yeah,
you're good friends with Rudy Giuliani, right? I mean, you guys are good friends.
No,
you're not.
No,
I thought you guys sort of
weren't you friends at one time?
I supported him and helped him become U.S. attorney. I recommended him. I went to his wedding, to Donna. He came to my daughter Lisa's wedding.
Right.
We were friends, but certain things took place thereafter, which I'm not going to speak to now because I want to get your publisher to do my book when which and this
is when you'll reveal that, right?
And that's when we'll.
You guys weren't banging the same chick or something? Was that what was going on? No, nothing like that.
He was no competition.
I was going to say, I don't think Rudy was ever.
Rudy was not the ladies' man. You are. You knew how to play it.
Well, and that was before the days of extra help. Imagine.
Wow.
Oh my God! I have to tell you something. So
when you didn't support him in his bid for president, he expected it. He wasn't looking for you.
He did come to see me, and I said to him that I was going to support John McCain. I thought that he'd be a very good number two. person on the ticket. I think that would have been a pretty good ticket.
I think so.
Giuliani.
Yeah.
But when you had the economic collapse, nobody was going to win. Not even Moses.
Right.
If he was Republican, yeah.
Over.
Yeah.
Plus, you had the last 4 years.
Was Bush
of
a
the
crappy?
Bush-
Was he a crappy president?
Yeah, he was a very poor communicator.
Right.
He was the worst. He just took this attitude. He took the Cheney attitude. You know, I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to tell the media. Well, of course you do.
Yeah.
And you have an obligation as the leader of the free world and the leader of this nation to be able to explain to people and to build confidence.
Sure.
And he never did.
The people gave him the job.
And you know what? Iraq, you look back on it, it was a mistake because we controlled them by the air, etc.
Right.
But all the intelligence community throughout the world, they all said he's going nuclear, he's got weapons of mass destruction. So that was a mistake.
Right.
You can say, fine. But I have to tell you, the methodology of carrying out the war thereafter, after you're there,
Right.
was a disaster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you see we're getting out now, and they're still going to turn on each other, the different tribes.
That's right.
And what's going on in Afghanistan? You know, let me tell you, use the drones, go in there, hit them whenever you have to, but stay the hell out.
Right.
No one has ever won a war there, and we're not going
Nor
to.
will they.
And I think President Obama, he's trying to do a good job. He's made a mistake as it relates to Afghanistan. We should get the hell out. And
Because
I'm a
it's
hawk.
I know.
I'm a hawk.
And it's impossible to win that.
And what are you going
Can't
to win?
we- you know what
What are you
they're
going
doing?
to
win?
control the mountain passes?
They're talking about building fences. Why don't we just fence in those countries?
There you go.
And keep them in there.
There's no reason for us
You're
to be there on
absolutely
the
right.
ground.
Right.
And the same
And I
with
don't hear
Iraq.
anybody saying anything.
Yeah.
The
Not
Republicans
anymore.
don't say anything.
Right.
No.
The Democrats are, and we're sending more troops. Why are we
What are we
spending
sending them for?
the lifeblood of our youngest and best people there?
Right.
And now
Why
I
did
sound
you
like-
run for president?
Did you see those videotapes they released this week of the guy, the first American prisoner that the Taliban has taken?
I just saw a couple of not news clips at the time.
But you asked a good question. What exactly are we fighting for over there?
What,
I mean,
you
it's
say
not-
you
we-
want to
We
control
don't
the
want that
Taliban and Al
country.
Qaeda? If you want it, do your bombing with your drones. Don't have ground forces there. Get out. Protect your borders. Support your allies. You want to support Pakistan, fine. And there's a reason to do that. You
Right.
don't want the nukes to fall into the hands of the crazies. But to have tens of thousands of troops there in an area that you cannot win. The Russians got their ass kicked. If you ever watch the history, the English,
Yeah.
when the
Everyone.
English finally did the Great Retreat, they had 15,000, combination 11,000 workers, bearers, and 4,000 troops. Out of the 15,000 that they made their Great Retreat, only one person came out alive.
Wow.
Right.
What are we talking about?
You're absolutely right.
So it doesn't make sense.
You're making a lot of sense.
Well,
Do you
That's
talk
why I'm
to
going
the
with you on the.
president?
That's why I'm going with you on this poker thing. Did you meet President Obama?
Do
Did
you talk to him? Tell him what you're thinking.
Yeah. Where are
I
you?
think Obama.
You're so busy with this poker. You're not
Yeah.
solving the war.
Well,
how much do we have to give you to make you talk
Yeah.
about
What
the
do
war?
you need to get
I'm
us
going to
to-
send you one of my articles that I've written for one
Have
of
you
our,
met President Obama?
Not personally, no.
Right.
I've been in groups that he's been at, and of
Right.
course, as I say, Joe Biden, we know him.
He's a friend
we're
of yours.
Well, we're
He's a
family
bright
friends.
guy.
He's terrific.
Yeah.
There was a little article that says that Joe gets in trouble for speaking the truth. It was in the Post, I think,
Yeah.
yesterday. It was
Right.
a little tiny thing.
Yeah.
And it's true. You know, he speaks the truth without being politically correct.
Right.
Right. I like it.
And so consequently, everybody jumps on him. But
You've been going to the movies?
Have I?
Yeah.
I
You seen
haven't.
Bruno yet?
No.
I'm wondering what you thought of that. It's
I haven't
it's
seen
wild.
Bruno.
It's wild.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
You recommend it?
I like.
Give
I
me a
thought it was
little
funny.
synopsis
Although one of
of
my
it.
audience wrote me and said I went to the movie to see Bruno and I didn't like it and,
Yeah, I've
and
heard
you owe
other
me
people.
$18. I like
I've heard
it.
other people say they slept through it.
What
What
point
is Bruno about?
he pretends to be a gay Austrian.
Uh-huh.
He wants to be the greatest gay Austrian since he says Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, this is kind of a takeoff on that other...
Right, like Barat, but it's Bruno.
Yeah,
and at one point, he's in a hotel. He's got the
got
clicker.
Ron Paul in there.
He comes on Ron Paul. He tries to make love to him.
No.
Ron Paul runs out of there.
Does Ron Paul actually come in and play?
Yeah. Well, Ron Paul, he ain't playing. He got alone in a room with him. He starts coming on to him. Ron Paul was out of it. I guess he doesn't like guys. And then at one point, there's a
remote control.
A remote control in Bruno's behind. Did you hear the big news about Robin's new bra size?
Oh, stop it.
Robin, as you know, went to a bra store. I don't know if
I didn't know.
You haven't heard about this?
How does he know that?
Well,
he knows.
It turns out she's not 36 double D. She's 34 G.
Wow, baby. That is some support system you have to have.
I couldn't make her show me the bra. Show the senator the bra.
She needs the military.
That's right.
You've never been with a woman who is a G, have you? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, me neither. God
You
bless
can't
her.
handle.
I've given a woman a G.
No, let me tell you, Kat, now that she's pregnant,
Is she up to a G?
she's big.
Wow. Do you still make love to your wife while what month is she in? She's almost ready to give birth.
6 months.
She's in the sixth month.
Yeah, she's going
You will
into her
still make
7th.
love to her in her 6th month?
Absolutely.
No, come on.
What are you talking about?
Are you raise your right hand. Really? Wow. What, you lay on your back and she gets on top? Wow.
Well, we should not get into. She beat the hell out of me.
You
but
need to
I
address
love
Congress
my wife,
on this.
and that little tummy gets a little bigger, and it's great.
You still make in the
little
6th.
Isabella. She says she looks great. I'm gonna tell you, if she was in
It doesn't freak you out when your wife is pregnant to
No
make love to
way.
her?
Well, this is a
I love her
man,
more.
Howard. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is not on television.
Yes, it is.
No! Oh, shit! No!
There's 82 cameras around.
Listen. The poker players will love it.
The poker players will love that. They will.
You might have a sexual addiction.
What are you talking about?
It's a little. It's true.
Yeah.
You love women too much.
I love her.
That you do love her. I didn't
absolutely.
think you were making love at this point in the pregnancy. I thought you would take a breather.
No.
I'm a little surprised by all this information.
And later, I'll tell you. I'll give you some tips. You're going to need them.
I need that.
Bethany.
Oh, please.
Little Howard.
Easy, Senator.
God, I could just. You got to see. It's incredible. And
you miss being the senator, or you
No.
like this part better?
No, I love this.
You're happy, right?
I'm happy. I
Look
had
at you.
18 wonderful. It was a great honor. You
Great
know that.
run,
I
yeah.
loved it.
Right.
I don't miss it.
Right.
I don't miss it.
He's
And
watching
when
the wheels.
I see what they go through.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, whether you agree or don't agree, they all try. They're all good people.
I like these senators. I think that even during Judge
You
Sotomayor,
really think all of them are good people?
a lot of them are very intelligent.
I think most of them
Yeah.
are good people. Some may be limited. Some may have different prejudices, etc. That's just part of them. Their culture, their background, etc. But I think for the most part, they are good, honorable people. Doesn't mean you can.
How come they can't work together?
Oh, that's a problem now. Now listen, let me tell you something.
I mean, good, honorable people should be able to
you know
figure
what?
this out.
Everybody wants, health insurance.
That's complicated.
And Obama's plan. Let me tell you, he is going to raise your average tax, the marginal rate will go up to 57, 58%.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but I mean, you know what you could
First
do
of all,
is, hey, all right, we all agree we need a health care plan, and then figure out how to work one out.
What if we just legalize internet poker, and then they could take the proceeds and put it into
I don't
healthcare?
think even that will
That's 20
cover
billion.
it.
$20 billion will cover it. Won't
No,
it?
it won't.
But let me tell you what you do.
Legalize pot, then.
And
well, poker and
improve
pot.
it marginally. Take the worst areas that need some improvement. Don't try to do the whole system and say we're going to have now a public health thing, and by the way, if you're spending $15,000 a year, which you are, for your family's insurance,
Right.
yours and Beth's,
Right.
etc. You're now going to pay taxes on the benefits, or I mean, this is craziness.
What about seriously? Like you say internet poker, we could get $20 billion there. And what about legalizing pot? Let's say the Pot Association comes to you. I guess there's an association.
Would you lobby for that?
Would you lobby for pot to be legalized in America? There's got to be several $100 billion in that in taxes.
Oh my God!
Easy.
Right? What do you think?
Well,
would you lobby for them?
I'd have to look at it. First of all, I had to see how much would they pay me.
I think
you
it's
want
a
an
lot.
honest answer.
I think
You know
it's
what, Senator?
a lot.
A
All right.
lot. They pay you a lot.
If they pay me,
You know, whatever you believe, they can make you.
How much would you pay? There's an interesting question. There's an interesting question. Do you then increase? I guess it's like prohibition.
Right.
Exactly like
You
it.
try,
Yeah.
you try
nobody
to
who
ban
isn't gonna do it will
alcohol.
do it.
These
You
people are
didn't
going to
ban
smoke it no matter what.
So what we're saying, I guess, is that, look, they're going to smoke pot whether you want it or not. And so that those people who are, shouldn't you be controlling the sale, the distribution, see to it that the quality,
the whole thing.
cetera.
Yeah, they're almost doing
And
that in California.
Instead of organized crime, right? And the you take the money.
What do you think?
I think there's some merit to it.
I
And
do
here
too.
I
I'm
am.
not a pot smoker.
He's talked himself
Nor
into
am
it.
I.
I think yeah.
No, but
I'll talk to those guys. I'll see if I can't get them to hire you. Let's find out what's
you
going
know,
on. All right.
okay.
It seems like you're
Well,
ready to. I think you're ready to party.
Look at this.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
You know, you'll go from Senator Pothole to lobbyist
Senator
Pot.
You gotta be careful because the people that don't want you to might be a little
Imagine Senator
mad.
D'Amato, like even like showing up in a pair of jeans and a work shirt, and hemp
With
belt,
the marijuana T-shirt,
big marijuana T-shirt.
He's like Woody Harrelson.
It's funny how things go. Yeah.
Right.
And I didn't do it. I missed it. Let me tell you something. I said something.
You missed. You never smoked pot in your life. You never tried it.
Because it came just
Generational
after.
thing.
It was a generational thing.
You were never
when
curious.
I left law school in '61. I remember in the summer. Well, I guess it was '61. In the summer of '61, I'd see a few hippies on the campus, and they. So I missed it. If I had been back there another 2 or 3 years,
Probably
you
would have been in
I
it.
would have been a pothead.
You would have been a big pothead.
Absolutely.
I think you would have been
There's no
completely
doubt.
baked.
You might have been the drummer for the Who.
Well, what was your thing? LSD back then?
LSD.
What was your thing?
Drink a couple of beers too many.
That's it. You only drank. Yeah, that was the only.
That was it, and it was always beer on the campus. You couldn't afford more than that, and it just wasn't there. So that's why it wasn't because I was a good boy.
All your experiences, you never had a threesome, though, did you?
No.
Never two women at the same time.
No, because they'd all be fighting over me, and you know
It's too much for you to juggle.
I didn't want to
You didn't
let
wanna
down
have
one.
You respect the women. That's right. I like that.
You believe
Listen,
that? I never had them offer it.
Somebody offered it, you would have been there.
Probably.
Listen.
Yes, definitely.
You are a great senator. You've answered all the tough questions. We've heard rumors of Cialis today. We've heard.
You never know which one.
You claim you
don't know which one.
You
You're
claim
right.
you still make love to your wife even though she is pregnant. Will you go
You
all?
don't believe that. You're calling that a claim.
I can't even believe it. Will you go all the way to the 9th month in her water break? I bet you will be making love
he's
while
gonna
her
break
water.
her water.
Now we
Are you
have
going to break her water?
No.
How will you? How far will you go with it? How long into the pregnancy will you make love?
As long as she'll let me.
Really? Right up to the 9th month?
Well,
That's
if there's
uncomfortable.
nothing medically.
That's practically a threesome. I mean, you got to slow down. with that.
Horrible,
It is.
horrible.
My wife
There's
was pregnant.
a lot going on that's between
Howard, when you meet baby Isabella, you're going to have to apologize.
No, I won't, because when my wife was pregnant,
Yeah.
the 3 times I had. By the 8th month, it was like there was a person in there. I mean, you see feet
think
moving.
too much. You're thinking through everything.
At some point, you say, "All right, let me back off here." It's
you know when you do
disrespectful.
when she says, "Honey, I don't feel too good," and
Good.
that's
all right. I'm glad to hear that.
That's when you get the hooker.
That's what I mean by that comment. I don't mean anything weird.
You know, Howard,
maybe
you know,
I do. I don't know.
Howard, you know why Senator D'Amato is so right about the drone thing? Because in Afghanistan, some guy told me that they could actually bomb they could control a drone from Las Vegas.
Right.
You could control it from the United States and bomb somebody in Afghanistan. And it makes so much sense. Why not just do it with the drones and not send more troops
is
there?
making a brilliant
Well,
point.
you got Artie. Now
that makes total sense to me.
If you are a student of history, as the senator is, he's right. No one has ever been able to control these populations. This is a terrain that is unbelievably complicated.
Afghanistan was Russia's Vietnam.
It was.
Basically.
Rudyard
But we also helped
Rudyard
it.
Kipling wrote this great poem where he talks about the English soldiers laying in the desert and wounded and saying, better you commit suicide unless the women come and cut your entrails out and take your eyes out.
Yeah.
He summarized what Afghanistan is. It is a death trap.
It is,
and
man.
you cannot put enough troops on the ground to control. And what the hell are you controlling?
Yeah, what are we trying to do anyway?
What is this? We're nation building? Oh, we care about the rights of women? Oh, we want democracy. Let me tell you something. If you had democracy in all the areas of the world, right, what do you think you'd have now? Who would be controlling Egypt? I'll tell you what, the militants. Who would be controlling Saudi Arabia? Huh?
The militants.
The militants. So let's
I got the drift of this.
Let's stop this nonsense about, we need democracy.
Well, people thought I was joking, but I wasn't.
You can talk to your last president about foisting democracy on every area.
Saddam Hussein, as much as you want to say what a horrible, despicable man he was afraid of the Taliban. He was afraid of the terrorists. He hated Iran and kept them
and
well
the
at
Islamic
bay.
militants.
And hated the militants. And quite frankly,
controlled the region.
He controlled the region.
Kind of like Tito in Yugoslavia before.
Right.
Well, heck broke loose when he was gone.
That's
then you
right.
had the warring parties.
Right.
Nobody says they're great people, but in terms of what you have, and what do you think you're going to have in Iraq when we finally totally
it will become
withdraw?
a religious,
War
controlled
again.
by Iran kind of situation. Again,
H.R. 2267, Barney Frank, support the bill and call your congressman.
All right, you will be going to Washington. You'll be lobbying about this. You
Yep.
are very much into internet poker.
I am.
And he doesn't have a problem. You understand?
No,
he plays a
he's
little
just
bit here and there. That's all.
Enthusiastic.
I'm with you on this. I happen to believe playing internet poker is
And
a
you're
fine
joining
thing. I'm
the
going to
poker-
join up
We're
with
gonna
you.
put you on our website.
Whatever you
Sign
want
me
to do.
up.
What am I going to do?
Yeah,
For more
how can
information
you
on
turn me down?
Right.
Hey, by the way, I want to tell you about playing poker
Yes?
with our friend Howard.
Please, because I'm down about 400 grand.
We would
He's about to
play.
lose his house. Go
We
ahead.
would play over at the Garden City Hotel, rent a room, etc.
Yeah.
And we'd be playing, about 7 of us, etc. And one of our people, I will only mention his first name, Dominic,
Right.
would say, let's raise the stakes.
Right.
And the guy who could buy and sell everybody in that room, Howard, would say, hey, come on.
Yeah.
These guys can't. And he was always concerned. And
About
that's why
the
I
little
loved him.
man.
About the little guy.
The young
I
guy.
always
Right.
loved the fact that
And
he
he's-
said,
Well, it was
"We're
a
gonna
friendly
play
game."
Exactly. We're going to play $1 We're not going to let this thing...
Listen,
It was a friendly game.
Quite frankly, I was worried about you. I didn't know how much money you
You're
had.
right.
That's it.
You're
That's
the
it.
one
Public
to tell you.
servant,
And I
I
love
love
you.
wipe them out.
That's right. I said, what are we going to do here?
The senator can't hang.
Dominic
Now,
played
listen.
on one Monday night at our game. Ask him what happened.
What happened?
We killed him.
That's right.
He left
Listen,
early.
I am mindful of the time. I realize it is 8:09 a.m.
Wow.
It is actually your
You're
time
kidding.
to have your sex for the first time of the day with your young wife.
No, I'm not.
I know.
Are they on a schedule?
It's one of 5 times a day. Don't tell me you make love more than once a day.
Dear God.
I will not believe that.
No, I didn't tell you that.
But listen to me.
I'm not sure.
You're 2 times a day. Are you kidding me?
Not every day.
Not every.
Every
How?
other day.
Well, you really are in love.
Oh, yeah, I love her.
Oh, jeez, I've
She's
never
great.
seen you like
She's
this.
she's a great.
This is a different
She's
Senator
my
Al.
buddy, my
Listen, you're a
love.
whole different guy. You're
And-
representing pot. You're.
Well, not yet. You got to sign them up.
You've really changed. All right, listen to me.
Pot and poker.
I understand.
Go together.
That's right.
You can't have one without
The other. For more information on the Poker Players Alliance, let's remember, go to the PPA.org. I wish you luck with this because I'm for it. I mean, you're right. There's so much nonsense in the world. Who's worrying about poker on the internet? You're absolutely right. It is a pleasure to see you.
Great to
An
see you,
honor to
Howard.
have you in my studio. Congratulations on the upcoming birth of your next child. Your daughter is coming into the world.
Yeah, October.
And give your lovely wife a beautiful kiss for me.
I will.
Your
And you
5
please
times a day lovemaking session.
Give Beth my best. And by
I'm
the way,
gonna give you her
You
best.
are a lucky son of a gun.
I am.
She's a beautiful person.
Did you have a good time at my wedding?
I had a great time. And boy, was she shockingly, knockout.
That dress.
Great.
Yes.
I mean, and
She was almost nude.
Yeah. Well, it was quite an outfit.
Yes.
I have to tell stunning.
Yes.
But she's a good person. She's not only beautiful looking.
She's a good
is
person.
A nice person. She sent us a beautiful note afterwards.
Some pictures.
Yeah.
She writes well, yes.
May you have 6 more children and 3 more wives.
How many more? Wait a
Yes.
minute. How many
I wish
children
this-
are you going to have? Well, he
6
was about
more.
to
Well, this
tell
is
us.
number 2.
I wish you 6
keep
more.
talking
Yes.
to her about 2 after that.
Are you serious?
Well, you know.
Wait a second. You got to do the math too, though. You want to be around for the kids.
I know
the
Bobby's
level.
96. I'm only going to be 72.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mama's 94.
Well, I wish you 6 more.
How's your mom and dad?
They're doing great.
Still in Rockville Center?
My father just turned 86 the other day.
Mhm. Wow.
And he's doing well. I send him to the gym. And he
Good.
even says, you send me there because you want to be an orphan.
He says, make me an orphan.
Which gym does he go to? In Rockville Center?
No, he comes into the city.
Oh, he comes into the city.
Yes, they're with me. And yes, they're doing very, very well. My mother is doing well. And
they're
they
here in
talk
the
about
city?
you fondly. No, they're on
in
Long
Rockville
Island.
Center.
Yeah, but they come in and they hang
Great.
out.
Right.
And the senator will be legalizing pot soon. He was legalizing gambling. He's even thinking of legalizing crack. He's going completely different.
Give me a crack.
You would never do that.
Never.
Of course not. I only joke.
That's bad stuff.
That's right. It is great to see you.
Good to see you, Howard.
I'm so glad you're happy. You deserve it. And again, go to ppa.org. Senator D'Amato.
Yes.
Internet gambling is what he's focusing on.
Poker.
Poker, rather. And thank you for being here.
Good to be with you.
We'll be back right after these words.
Senator.
Hi.
How'd it go?
It was fun. It was catching up with an old friend. We haven't spent this much time together since, I guess, well, number one, at his wedding, but we didn't get to spend that much time. And number two, when we had dinner, when he was first engaged to Beth. So that's the last time I really got to spend any time. And this was just a lot of fun. Talking about the things that we care about and joking about it. And, you know, Howard was Howard. He was the best.
No, you came on to talk about legalizing online poker.
Right.
And Howard sidetracked you a little bit with some sex questions.
Yeah.
How was that? Yeah.
It was fun.
I think you demonstrated a little bit.
Well,
What
I
you do with your
won't
wife?
demonstrate on camera, but the fact of the matter is Howard wanted to know whether after 5 years of wedded bliss, is it still bliss? And am I still hot for my wife? And the answer is absolutely. I love her. I want to be with her all the time.
And next time you come on, you gotta share with us that little secret what you take.
Well, maybe if I'm retained by the right people, maybe we'll share.
All right. So you had a good time today, Senator?
Fabulous time. Great time.
All right.
You can't help but have a good time with Howard.
Thanks for stopping by.
Good to be with you.
Baba Booey just gave me the new copy of Movie Line magazine, and he said, just look through it. He goes, it's all young actresses. Angelina Jolie is featured, so Baba Booey goes, my girl is Claire Danes, both.
Oh, dear, Claire Danes.
Stay away from her, Howard. Claire Danes is mine.
Back up, Howard.
Back off, both.
Stick my toy.
When he did his MTV audition, what did he say? Back off, Dweezil. I got Madonna. Madonna is mine.
I got dibs.
Where is that MTV audition of Baba Booey?
He keeps that under lock and key.
Does he really?
He won't let you have it?
Why don't you have that?
Because I had it, and
Gary, why don't I have that? Who asked you to keep that under lock and key? I'm embarrassed, both.
Not funny anymore.
My boss.
Howard, that is thoroughly ridiculous. It's been in Fred's plethora of carts behind him, and it's never moved. I've never taken it out.
It's not in my plethora of
Yeah,
carts.
but I haven't taken it out. It's been there forever.
It's not, because last time we had to get it, I think you had to bring it in on reel.
Yeah, what makes you think I took it out?
Well, why would
I
you
didn't
put
say
it
that
back
you took
on
it out. I'm
card?
just saying that I don't have it.
I just thought it was in there, so I'll go dig it up for you, Howard. I have no problem with
My
it.
boss.
Okay, today, live from Daytona Beach in Florida, 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific, we've got Justine Bateman. Now, I don't care what anybody says about Dweezil's got the hots for Madonna. I got the hots for Justine, so Dweezil move back. She's mine. My homeboys, the Beastie Boys, are going to be there.
My homeboys.
Weasel, move back.
Douche chills.
Listen to the war between his teeth and lips.
I'm going to get Daytona out.
Daytona Beach, both.
I don't care what they say.
I don't care what they say. Dweezil, back off. If you like Justine Bateman, I know I've asked you this before. If you like Justine Bateman and Dweezil likes Madonna, why does Dweezil have to back off?
Why does he even come up in the conversation?
No clue.
No, I understand. Like Dweezil talks about how he loves Madonna, but he's not trying to move in on your girl.
Because I think Dweezil was a VJ on there, and he was like dating a lot of girls. It was roundabout thinking.
No.
Can we go back and get some of your old tapes?
Sure.
Hi, this is Howard Stern.
Go get him.
For a news blimp.
Dude, I've gotten better. You haven't. Over the lips, through the gums. Look out ears, because here it comes.
I have no explanation for anything that's on these tapes. I agree that they're as stupid as can be.
Well, let me hear about your homeboys, the Beastie Boys. 1 second.
Hornsby will be helping out.
Hornsby will be helping out. Those teeth and gums are battling.
Oh, man.
And the lips, the teeth are battling.
We've got concerts Saturday night with the KBC band, Kantner, Ballin, and Cassidy, formerly of the Starship. And Amy Mann until Tuesday will be there as well. Concert Sunday night with Crowded House. You may have seen them performing live this past week here on MTV.
You're just busy with that mouth jousting with itself.
Well, it's not easy.
There's some mouth jousting going on. I mean, right off the bat, he's like...
Okay, today, live from Daytona Beach.
Daytona Beach.
Take that.
My ball.
Take that, teeth.
Where's my ball?
He got stuck right away. The teeth dried out from
That's what happened. He gets nervous, and I know him. His teeth dry out, and then he has to start licking them.
The words come out like a Marine going through an obstacle.
It's seriously, though, when you get nervous, your teeth dry out.
Yeah. Jackie, can you bring in that big body?
Let me just leap
Jackie,
over these lips.
Bring in that big body of work that you're famous for.
Bigger than your MTV audition, Daytona Beach. Back up, I'm saying
1 p.m.
Daytona
Eastern,
Beach.
11 Pacific. We've got Justine Bateman. Now, I don't care what anybody says about Dweezil's got the hots for Madonna. I got the hots for Justine, so Dweezil move back.
Dweezil, move back. Get back, Dweezil. Get back to where you once came
I
from.
don't care what anybody says.
My boss says you're mine.
You know,
I'll
boss?
bite you.
Justine Bateman out. Claire Danes in.
Yeah, Casey Case tooth.
I took a test and I got a 0 on it. What can I say?
Hey, by the way, you really are a moron.
Why?
I mean, I heard you on the wrap-up show. I'm going to play it where they're asking you about who's running for president.
Politics is not my thing, man.
Motherfucker, you're stupid. I mean, do you ever open the paper ever?
Yeah, I open it a little
You
bit.
thought Barack Obama was a Republican.
He's a good guy. I think I'm going to vote for Obama. I really am.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
He's got to be better than the asshole we have in the White House now. So
It's still a horse race.
Do you know who she is, Hillary Clinton? Yeah, you know
sure,
that.
she's Clinton's wife.
What does she do for a living?
She's. I know what she is. She's the governor of.
Which country?
Of New York, right? Isn't she the governor?
That's
No, wait,
good.
that would be.
Governor.
I mean,
Yeah,
Pataki.
she's the governor of Pataki. Do you still think Pataki's governor?
No. She's now.
Who's the governor of New York?
She's the governor.
Right. Okay.
Of New York.
And
Right?
who are the senators?
That's a good question.
Brownback or something?
Yeah,
All right,
Brownback
Senator
is
Brownback,
a senator.
yeah.
And who's the other one? We have how many senators?
If you're asking for another one, we must have 2.
So
Right.
Brownback and who else?
Well,
I won't call you an idiot if you get this. Well, you got Brownback, right? You know that Hillary Clinton's the governor of New York. Who is the other senator from New York? You'll impress me if you know that.
I think I got it. He used to be the district attorney of New York.
Go ahead.
Robert Morgenthau.
Oh,
very good.
Very
All right.
I just have to think.
Yeah. You know, when you think, you're impressive.
wow.
That's why I don't do it much. I don't.
So
like
you
to do it.
knew Senator Morgenthau.
and
You see-
Brownback.
And Brownback.
And the governor.
And the governor, Clinton.
I think she. I know she has something to do with New York. I think she's the governor.
Good. Well, all right. You've impressed me.
But like I said, politics is not my thing. You know?
Should be. And after you got those right, I mean, not everyone can
You're
answer
ready
that.
for, what is that?
Impressive.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Who's smarter
You can
than the
answer
fifth
so
grader?
many
You know what?
questions.
How many senators are there total?
Well, I'm guessing 2.
2
You're
senators
guessing.
total? No,
Maybe.
from New York, but then how do you...
Probably 2 per state, 100 senators, 50
Okay.
states.
Good, all right, you're on the target there.
Did you ever notice that everything Sal doesn't know isn't his thing?
Yeah.
Like being smart isn't his thing.
Yeah. You never read the newspaper?
Being a producer is not your thing.
You never read the newspaper? Nothing.
I do read the newspaper. I read
You do?
page 6.
Oh.
Oh, you
Gossip.
skip right past the first page.
You know, it's just... this is not CNN, Howard. This is the Howard Stern show.
Okay.
You know, this
I just
is
thought
not,
maybe you're curious.
Hannity and
Just for your
Combs.
own life, you might want to know.
Listen
some
to
of
me.
these
It's not
I'm
Hannity and Combs.
I'm glad I didn't vote for Bush, and now nobody can blame me.
But you
know
said
what I
on the
mean?
wrap-up
But
show...
maybe
It's
you
not-
should have
but
voted
you
for
don't
the
vote.
other guy.
But hey, who is the other guy? The other guy could have fucked up too, and then you couldn't blame me.
He doesn't vote, and he considers that a good thing because he says on the wrap-up show, there's no difference. Look how bad the country's doing. So if I voted...
You'd be responsible.
Yeah,
Yes.
look what all the assholes who voted for Bush. Now they regret it. Not
how about
me.
if
I'm
you
like,
had voted,
hey,
how
I
about if
stayed
you
out.
had voted for the other guy, and we wouldn't have had Bush?
You could have saved us.
Well, that's all hearsay. We don't know what this guy would have done.
Hearsay. Hearsay.
All right,
no,
thank you.
It's not.
And that's why I'm going to go against the grain. I'm seriously considering voting for Obama. And
Yeah.
I do mean that because
Why?
this
Why do you
world
like
has been
him?
so screwed up for the past 100 years.
Well, why do you like Obama? What is he for?
He's pro-choice, which I agree with.
Mm-hmm.
The guy, look, if you're a black guy in America and you can push the people to vote for you, that's impressive. And I mean that
In the
most sincere way.
All right, I got to stop this
you know,
conversation. Everything that comes out of your mouth is stupid. All right, thank you.
I'm sorry.